home of the Clippers, Kings, and Angels.
It's the final Friday of the regular season as we welcome you to Angels Live, presented by Spectrum on FanDuel Sports Network. Here we go, last three of 2025, and it should be an interesting one as the Angels welcome in the Houston Astros, who are fighting for their playoff lives in Anaheim this weekend. We've got plenty to get you ready for first pitch tonight. Speaking of, the power of 2025, that's been the story for the Halos. Lots of home run ball this season. We'll dig into some of the numbers and perhaps, just perhaps, the last ride, maybe, for the Professor Kyle Hendricks. He takes the ball in Game 1 tonight, and we'll hear from Nolan Shawnoel on some wow this season as we welcome you inside the Big A alongside Mark Gubicza, Erica Weston, and Tim Salmon. Are you laughing at me?
Oh, yeah. Wow, Shauna, wow.
Shauna, wow. Yeah, gentlemen, here we go. Final countdown. Last three to go. You guys ready? You ready?
Yes, indeed.
Let's do
rock
this.
And roll.
Fish, how you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling great. I love this weather.
I know you
It's playoff weather
Why
right
do
now,
you
yeah.
like this weather?
It reminds me of the World Series. It reminds me of playoffs. I mean, just kind of that foggy, it's starting to get a little darker this time of day.
Gooby and I would disagree.
Yeah,
I get your feeling.
We like the
sun.
sunny days.
I had some great memories in this kind of weather here.
I understand your emotional and mental attachment to the weather here at this point of the season. All right, guys, let's dive in. The Angels this season, they've hit a lot of home runs, a lot. And last night, Fish, we saw 3 more add to the tally in the game.
Yeah, I mean, home runs have been huge for this club all year long. I mean, this is what's really driven the bus. You talk about the guys, I mean, as a whole, when you're in the position where you're hitting you're number 4 in all of baseball in home runs, that tells you have a lot of guys doing some great things. But, boy, some of the younger players, when Ron Rushing talked last year about having a baseball card and actually having something on the back of it, what we've seen in a lot of the young players this year is that development. Shawnoel last night in his home run. Now, he's almost got the same amount as he had last year, but he's been down for a little bit. But still, these guys are developing. These guys are growing, and you saw some really good things. Now, the flip side of that is that with that comes some other things that we'll get into later as well.
Yeah, I mean, Mike Trout with 401 there. That was a blast at dead center field. But Shawnoel, he should have had 3 more home runs. So he would have 15 on the season. 3 of them been robbed. I mean, a lot of things you got to like what you see from Shawnoel as far as the power off his bat. 20 baseballs now hit, over 103 miles per hour exit velocity for Shawnoel this year. So he's definitely been showing a wow a lot more this season with the power.
223 home runs for the Angels this season. That is 4th most in Major League Baseball. Were you alluding to the strikeouts being part of that?
Yeah, I mean, the way you score your runs. I mean, you're 4th in home runs, but you're 25th in runs scored. I mean, so that tells me that, you're not really scoring a lot of runs in ways other than hitting the homer. And that's an area that needs to be cleaned up. Obviously, the strikeouts, we've talked ad nauseum about that. So, again, home runs aren't everything. It's nice to see that you got some guys with some talent. But, again, it's part of that maturation. Okay, they're showing off their talent, hitting home runs, but there's still some more growth left in them.
But the interesting thing is, though, when you look at some of the clubs that, when you talk about the history as far as strikeouts for the Halos, Seattle a couple years ago, they made the playoffs when they had all those strikeouts. The year before that, Minnesota had a tremendous amount of strikeouts. They made the playoffs also. They hit a lot of home runs. The key is when you're hitting those home runs, there's some guys on base with you. That's the big thing for them.
That's important for the Angels. But again, this is just another year of growth for some of these young players. Gooby, we did talk to Nolan about possibly missing 3 home runs to his tally. We'll hear from him coming up later in the show. But how about some of the other contributors as far as the home run tally for the season? Can't forget about these guys. Taylor Ward, obviously Zach Neto, and Logan O'Hoppe as well.
I mean, 36 home runs for Taylor Ward. Previous high was 25, so he's jumped it up there. The RBI totals over 100 RBIs on the season. Hitting home runs on fastballs and breaking balls consistently. And Zach Neto, I mean, he's put together an incredible year. 26 home runs himself. 25, 25, 25 as far as 25-plus home runs, 25-plus stolen bases, 25-plus doubles. So a lot of power. And Logan O'Hoppe, we want to see that one more. So that would give the Halos with 5 guys with 20 or more home runs. He's got 19 on their official. There's a lot of power in there. Like you said, though, you want to see those other at-bats where you get base hits or walks. So when you hit those home runs, there's more runs scored.
Yeah, there is. I really like the way Taylor Ward swung the bat this year. I think from a leadership standpoint, going out there, tone it up every day at the plate, I think he can set the tone. I think other guys can feed off the way his approach has been. He's been so consistent from start to finish. To me, that's the biggest thing I've seen in his game is just the consistency, and I'm sure it's rubbed off on the rest of the hitters.
Okay, yes, the consistency, we know that goes to his pregame routine as well, but what about his at-bat specifically did you like this year?
Well, I like it because it seems like he's zoned down finally. I mean, he wasn't trying to cover the whole zone. I think sometimes you can be aggressive and you expand, you get outside of your strengths. He's really just focused in on the areas that he wants to hit on, and he's locked down. He's waiting them out. He's being patient, waiting for that pitcher to make that mistake in his zone. And I'm telling you, in this day and age, I mean, the way the game is, you have to throw the ball over the plate. You can't get strikes off the plate maybe like you did 20 years ago. So if you wait out the pitcher, you're probably going to get a pitch over the heart of the plate at some point. And to me, that's the part of Taylor's game where we've seen that patience. He's hit the 2-strike home runs. He's waited out the slider deep in the count. Those are, to me, the signs of maturity, and that's what I've been most impressed to see in his game and also Joe Adell's game.
And how hard is that as a hitter, Tim, to be able to say, all right, I hit a certain part of the strike zone. How can I force that pitcher in there? Because on the flip side, when I see you looking for a certain part of the plate, I'm going to try my best never to go in there. How do you be able to get that pitches in your zone? Well,
you just got to trust yourself and be patient and wait it out, and then it all comes down to having a great 2-strike approach, really, because that means that you're willing to give up a couple pitches that maybe aren't your pitch. And you've seen that with these guys. I mean, you've seen them strike out looking at times or taking pitches. You're like, what were they thinking? Well, they were just so locked in on their zone, hunting their pitch, that they almost had tunnel vision on it. So, again, you don't want to focus on the negatives on that. The positives are the fact that they were really focused in on the areas they wanted to hit.
Yeah, the 2-strike approach is certainly something that some of the younger hitters are going to focus in on during the offseason. That's as far as the offense is concerned, Gooby. Let's talk about some pitching, which tonight may or may not be the final start of the Professor Kyle Hendricks' career, and what a time to have his final start here at the Big A.
Yeah, being at home here. I mean, he's one of those guys. I know he's not going to wow you with 98-mile-an-hour fastballs, but this is the way he pitches. I mean, we call him the Professor. I call him the artist, formerly known as Kyle Hendricks, by the way. He is an artist on the mound, the way he paints the corners consistently with all 4 quadrants with his fastball. Changeup, the cut, fade changeup, occasional curveball, but just knowing how to throw the timing off of every hitter, throwing 7 shutout in a ballpark where the baseball generally flies and you're not overpowering. That's how good he was on his 300th career start. So I just loved watching him pitch.
Well, Fish, this, as you know, might be the last one of his career. You knew when it was the last game of your career. What might he be thinking about tonight?
Well, yeah, and that's exactly what I'm thinking about when I'm thinking of him. I've always been a fan from afar. It's been great to have him back home this year, to watch him up close and really appreciate his game and what he can do in this league. As a player going to that last game, I don't know how as a pitcher, because you got to be so focused and dialed in on what you're doing, but I was very much aware as he's going to be that last jog out to the bullpen, that last jog in from the bullpen, that warm-up pitch, that very last warm-up pitch. Everything you do, you're just mindful of, this is the last time I might be doing this. And it was very much the case for me, and it was very difficult to just maintain and corral all those emotions and go out there and try to compete. So I'm going to be really curious to see how he handles it, and hopefully he goes out there and pitches, the most amazing game of his career.
Well, we certainly know he's capable of compartmentalizing those things. That is why he is called the Professor. But Gooby, your go-tos for him tonight?
Yeah, it really comes down to the 4 quadrants of the strike zone with his fastball. If he's got that working, he's going to be effective here today and get a number of strikeouts with his changeup. We know how good this Astro team is as far as hitting fastballs, but you use those quadrants, he's going to be fine. He's got 54 punch-outs with that, but that changeup for strikeouts so big. That team over there is not used to having a game like this tonight. They're used to already walking their way into the playoffs. This is a little different thing for them, and they don't have 2 of their main bats in this lineup, so they may be pressing. I think that changeup becomes even better here tonight.
More on that to come. Yes, this is a different situation for the Astros. We are just getting you warmed up for the final series of the regular season here from the Big A against the Houston Astros, and the Angels have a chance to play spoiler. We will dig into that. What are the playoff scenarios for Houston coming into this one tonight?
Aaron Judge looking to do some damage.
Oh, hey, Captain.
Oh, my God!
There the wall.
Sorry.
Woo! No fly zone. So fast, Bobby.
Paul skis! Cannons! Otani!
Living legend.
We did it! Yes!
Oh, this is the best. Please tell me you caught that.
Step up to the plate and get ready to play ball. The baseball show for kids where you can learn about batting, fielding, and everything in between from the real pros. Every swing is a big hit on Play Ball. Saturday mornings at 10 Eastern on MLB Network.
Arguably one of the best pitchers, if not the best pitcher in the game.
At 100 miles an hour, Sandy ties a career high 14 strikeouts.
This guy is a difference maker for the Marlins.
He's a staff ace. He wants to take the ball, man. He has been great.
Sandy Alcantara has thrown a complete game shutout.
It's like if I faced you, you got no respect for me.
No.
Exactly.
Horse at the front of the rotation.
The guy that wanted to finish what he starts.
Shutout for Sandy Alcantara.
A month.
Angels Live on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by Spectrum, a connection built for everywhere. That's life unlimited. That's Spectrum. It's the final countdown for the Angels. 3 more to go, and they're playing some meaningful baseball games this weekend against their divisional rival, the Houston Astros, who, as Gooby mentioned, are in a very unique situation because they've gone to 7 straight LCSs. Right now, their playoff hopes rely on winning the series at minimum, guys, against the Angels, but they need some help too. Gooby, how about the chance for the... Oh, okay, let's take a look at the possible scenarios. So Astros are eliminated from the playoffs with a loss tonight and wins by the Tigers and the Guardians. Tigers are winning right now. Guardians trailing. Go ahead.
I mean, it's
a lot.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, they're used to it. They've been to a number of World Series, even in the ALCS. It felt like every single year except for last year, but there's some pressure. It's fun. I just think it's great for baseball when you have so many meaningful games here in the last weekend of the year. And you know, the Red Sox, it would be interesting if they win, they clinch a playoff spot, but you know, also, if they win, they'll be celebrating. They have a day game against the Tigers the next day. So many things come into play here. It really comes down to the Astros just got to find a way to win, and the Halos got to find a way to make sure they prevent that here tonight.
That's what I was going to say, Fish. This is a good opportunity for the Angels.
It's a great opportunity. My head just starts hurting when I start thinking through all this. You know, so much of me as a player was compartmentalizing, and it's just worry about the game in front of you. And now that I'm doing this and I'm trying to break it, I'm like, I don't know where to go with this. I think it's amazing for the game of baseball. I think the storyline of Detroit and Houston, who've been leading all year, are fighting. They're on the outside looking in, and they're hoping things go their way. I think that's fantastic. But I think for the Angels, I would like to see the Angels win and knock them out rather than, you know, maybe just a scenario where the Astros, you know, maybe 2 out of 3, but it's still not enough. So I think from the Angels standpoint, you want to play meaningful games. You want to feel like you had a part in this playoff.
I think when you look at it, you know, when you say the Tigers are playing Boston, that's what you want. But if you're the Guardians, you're playing Texas. So they're out there having fun, and you got a lot of pressure on you. Just like it is here today, there's a lot of pressure on the Astros, and the Angels can knock them out with the professional on the mound and have some of these guys. We're talking about all the home runs in there. There's a lot of home runs in the lineup here today for the Halo. It is the hardest thing in the world. You noticed, Tim, when you're facing a team that doesn't have anything to play for and there's no stress on you, when you have all the stress.
You know, the other side of that, too, is I go back to 95 when we had to win our last 4 games against the Oakland A's. Our backs were against the wall and was like, hey, we got nothing to lose. Nobody's going to expect us to do this. So the Astros could almost be coming from that standpoint. They've lost some key players getting into this point. They've had a lot of injuries, so maybe they're feeling that sense of like, hey, it's probably not going to happen. Let's just go out there and play.
Well, let's take a look at what the National League playoff picture is looking like. Still up for grabs, that final wild card spot. The Mets still reeling. The Reds, they are booming right now.
I'll tell you what, if you're the Dodgers, they would more likely play the Reds or the Mets in there. I don't think you would want to face Hunter Green game 1 of a short series. So I think if you're the Dodgers, I think you're hoping, even though the Mets are the Mets, I think the way they're going into the postseason, but potentially. I think they would much rather play them against the Reds because they got a lot of speed, but they got Hunter Green be able to pitch for them. That's going to be a tough one.
Reds and Brewers currently tied right now. The Brewers, can't wait to see what their postseason run might look like. But let's turn our attention back to what's happening against the Angels in this one tonight. George Costanza, my apologies, it's Jason Alexander Goofy on the mound for them tonight.
Oh, the pretzel's making you thirsty over there.
Oh, yes. This is a pregame show about nothing.
Yes. George doesn't like spicy chicken. I'm telling you, George doesn't like spicy chicken. Former Angel, really, Jason Alexander, too. He was in the Halo system there for a while, and he's been really good, especially when you think about how good he's been with the Astros. He's been really on the road. He's been really solid so far this season.
Fish, you want to get your Seinfeld reference in? Please, go ahead. You want to get your Seinfeld reference in?
But you guys took away all the jokes.
Sorry,
I mean, I can't.
sorry.
That's the first thing I said when I saw it this morning. I'm like, hey, George Costanza. No, hey, Jason Alexander, great changeup. Talking to some of the radio guys, I mean, the way he goes about it, very similar to the way Kyle Hendricks pitches. He relies heavily on that changeup. He can mix and match that two-seam fastball in there as well. But overall, he's got a lot of pressure on him, especially coming off his last outing where he gave it up against the Mariners. 7 runs in the second inning, he was done. So a lot of pressure on him to kind of salvage this organization going forward.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, no stress, Jason. Or no problem.
Stress,
no stress, George. Yeah, the Astros playoff hopes lay in your hands. Stick with us. More to come as we get you ready for first pitch. Thank you much, Gooby. Coming up on the other side, we're going to hear from Angels first baseman Nolan Shawnewell. He went yard last night. Some Nolan Shawnewell power. We'll hear from him next.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play!
An absolute beast unleashed.
You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss, yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing and never miss it back, enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
The Mets were a great story last season.
It's gone! He did it! He did it!
You got to think the expectations are sky high. They know that they're built to win. I love the additions.
Juan Soto to the Mets.
It's real.
This is landscape changing that changes the arc of the Mets.
Want to make a dynasty.
Really like their bullpen a lot.
The ball game is over. Put it in the books!
It's going to take everything from everybody. We got to stay together and we got to post up.
There's certain players in every lineup that make the lineup go. Speed, power, he is a difference maker.
Ketel Marte! He's done it one more time!
The best second baseman in the game, that's Ketel Marte.
There goes Corbin.
Just incredible speed.
He wants to bury people. He just doesn't want to beat you. He wants to drive you into the ground.
They're tearing the cover off the ball.
We play to win. We've played that way all year. I guess this is just another example of that. We know what's in that locker room. We know the heart we have.
Are you ready? Explore teaching at teach.org.
Welcome back to Angels Live on FanDuel Sports Network. It's brought to you by Spectrum, a connection built for everywhere. That's life unlimited. That's Spectrum. Solid sophomore season for Nolan Shawnewell as we get you ready for the final 3 games of the regular season. A chance for the Halos and Shawnewell to play spoiler as he talks about his 2025 season.
Every game we try to win,
right.
But just if we're going to treat it like we're in their shoes right now, and hopefully next year we are in their shoes, or even better. So we're going to play like that and continue to play like that.
All right, let's talk about your season overall with 3 games left. What do you think of the year that you had overall?
Yeah, I think I need to make some strides. I think every year I need to improve on aspects of my game, and I think from last year to this year I had some improvements, but I want to come back. I want to come back stronger, faster, and better in every aspect of my game, and I think this offseason is a good opportunity to do it, and I'm going to take full advantage of every chance I get, every day I get, and going to make the most out of it.
Where do you feel like you saw the biggest strides this year?
I would say, hitting-wise, I would say I was more productive in the box when either if I needed to move a guy over or just to set up in situations. I feel like late in the game, I had a lot of opportunities to either tie the game or take the lead, and I think I did that a lot better this year than I did last year. I think that also just comes with time and just experience, and I think that helped me out a lot having that year under my belt last year and kind of just getting used to being around a big league stadium every day, and yeah, so.
How does it make you feel knowing that you've become dependable and reliable, knowing that, hey, we need to put a ball in play here, we need to make contact? That's become your role.
Yeah, that's kind of my motto. I'm not a big power guy, as people say, but if we need a sac fly or a ground ball to second base to get the guy to third, then that's kind of my specialty. And having Neto in front of me for most of the year and him being on second a lot and having either Trouty, Ward, or Joe behind me with 0 outs, that was my job to move him over to third, and that's an easy run for us. And or if it's Neto on first and me moving him first to third, I think I did a really good job of that this year, and I hope to continue that next year.
What do you mean you're not a power guy? You got 12 home runs on the year. You probably should have had 15.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that 15, but that's something that I worked on last year was my bat speed, and I've seen a big improvement in my exit velo this year, and I think going into this year I need to work on a little bit of just kind of peppering the gaps and getting my launch angle a little adjustment, and I think that'll help a lot with my power as well.
Well, it's been fun to see the growth this year. Can't wait for what's in store next year. Thanks for the time.
Yeah, thank you, Erica.
All right, Tim, what do you think? What do you think of his 2025 overall?
Well, I think, here's what I do know. He has about 1,300 professional at-bats, and for years, as long as this game's been around, they talk about hitters aren't ready until they have 1,500 minor league at-bats. He's got 1,300, and it's all been big league at-bats, so we're still watching him grow. And the thing that what he hit on so many parts was the fact that he improved upon the year before in so many areas that he improved upon. Yeah, he's not throwing up 30 home runs yet, but neither did I in my first couple years of pro ball. You're going to gradually figure out that power when you can figure out how to start getting extension out in front and what those pitches are that you can get extension on. One of the things he said, he's going to do a lot of leg work. He's going to do some sprint work on the beach, things like that. All that work's going to make his lower half stronger. You want to hit for power, you need to have a strong lower half. I think that could pay dividends for him as well, but I don't want to put too much expectation on him. I love the fact that he was clutch. He showed some really clutch at-bats this year, and like you said, he controls the bat well. He has those tough at-bats against left-handed pitchers. To me, those are signs of things that you don't really see in young hitters that I was most impressed about.
Well, the Angels' success was directly correlated this season to when he was in the lineup. You saw what a difference it was without him in the Angels lineup this season.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a difference when you lose those key cogs in the middle of that lineup. Everybody plays a role. You make everybody in front of you or behind you, their at-bat's different, and having a guy like him, it's not an easy at-bat for that pitcher. He's going to make you work. He's going to hunt his zone, and he's going to put together a tough at-bat, and that does pay a toll on your lineup when he's out of it over the course of a season.
Well, let's see if he can get 3 more home runs in 3 games so he doesn't have to worry about those home run robberies anymore this season. All right, we are getting closer to first pitch here on this fine Friday evening. Coming up, we're going to take a look at the starting lineups next.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Join Matt Yeloff on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strike him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, every night all season long on MLB.tv. Presented by Best Western.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Good morning. Love spending our day with you.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Let your swing get you back to 50-50.
Interviews with the players.
Ball games. This is game-changing, people.
If I ever get the chance to do this, I'm never saying no.
And a little bit.
It's a scam. No one's that happy.
This is a look
of everything else. The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network.
Arguably one of the best pitchers, if not the best pitcher in the game.
At 100 miles an hour, Sandy ties a career high 14 strikeouts.
This guy is a difference maker for the Marlins.
He's a staff ace. He wants to take the ball, man. He has been great.
Sandy Alcantara has thrown a complete game shutout.
It's like if I faced you, you got no respect for me.
No.
Exactly.
Force at the front of the rotations.
And the guy that wanted to finish what he starts.
Shutout for Sandy Alcantara.
McDonald's French fries on the final weekend of the regular season. All right, Fish, let's take a look at the Angels lineup tonight against the Astros.
Yeah, I like the fact that it's a pretty stout lineup there. I mean, the Astros are going to have to earn this one. Mike Trout hit a massive shot last night. Hopefully, he's putting together some swings here in the last couple of weeks that give him some, good positive vibes going into the offseason. Taylor Ward back in that lineup. Boy, you got a little bit of a threat there between Taylor Ward and Joe Adell power-wise.
Mike Trout, the road to 500 started last night with 401. How about Joe Espada's Astros lineup? No Jeremy Pena, oblique issue, no Alvarez, Yordan for this entire series.
Yeah, and Jake Myers, the leading hitter in Major League Baseball on the road, pulled his calf again today. He's been out. He's going to probably miss the series. Christian Walker had a good last series. He's about the only hitter that did in Oakland as they lost 2 out of 3.
All right, let's see if the Angels can play spoiler tonight at the Big A. Thanks for joining us for Angels Live. First pitch comes your way next with Patrick O'Neill and Mark Gubas on the call. Enjoy the game. We'll see you throughout the night from the Big A.
There's a unicorn in Hollywood.
The lineup we know is incredibly deep. Like that starting rotation is unlike anything I can remember.
I got them running the National League.
I think this is the first of like 4 or 5 straight world championships. This is just an incredible wealth of riches.
Shohei Ohtani! He's in a world of his own! Strike 3 swinging. It's a dozen strikeouts for Tyler Glasnow. Walk-off win!
Catch up on all the baseball action with a triple play. Kevin Millar, Ryan Dempster, and Sierra Santos. 3 hosts joined by baseball's biggest stars for the best interview in baseball. Intentional Talk. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
Did he do it? Oh, my goodness. What a play.
An absolute beast unleashed.
You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss. Yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing it, never miss it. Back, enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
You're watching FanDuel Sports Network, the home of the Clippers, Kings, and Angels.
FanDuel Sports Network presents Angels Baseball. Your Halos taking on the Houston Astros from the Big A. Final series of 2025. And the Angels, they hold the dagger and can play spoilers for the Astros playoff hopes. Welcome inside our broadcast location with the two-time All-Star Mark Gubiza. I'm Patrick O'Neill. That's something, right, for these guys to have an opportunity.
Patty O in the house. Good to have you here, Patty O. I mean, it's one of those games right now, if you're the Angels, especially a lot of the young guys, an opportunity. It's a playoff atmosphere. The Astros absolutely have to win this game. The Angels got to find a way to beat them today to knock them out of the playoffs.
Knock them out. That's exactly what the Angels have done all season, is knock the ball out of the park. 3 more last night.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Adell led it again. It was the 37th home run of the season. 223 home runs this year for the Halos, which, when you think about it, 4th best in baseball, 3rd most in club history. And it's good to see Joe doing that so close now to 100 RBIs. Patty O, 97 on the season. Been putting that fireman hat on quite a bit. And Nolan Shauna, wow, that ball was mashed out to right center field. His 12th home run of the year. What a swing that was. And then, of course, the man who already has 400 career home runs, Patty O says, you know what? I'm going to hit a laser beam out. 401. That was only a 22-degree launch angle. That got out so quickly. He just was direct to that baseball patio, and that was out quickly.
That's certainly going to help Trout's confidence as he looks to bounce back to his MVP form going forward to 2026. If I don't see Shauna Wow T-shirts in the stadium next year, it's going to be Shauna Weird.
Yes.
I'm telling you that for sure. You know what? For Kyle Hendricks making this start here, could be emotional. Who knows what the future holds? But he's been very good all season.
Yeah, 5-5 here at home. Being at home, and get an opportunity to pitch another solid game, hopefully, after that great one he had last time out, his 300th career start in Colorado. Not known as pitcher friendly, but it was for the professor. 7 scoreless innings, his 3 hits allowed, 0 walks as usual, and 5 punch-outs in the game. He had that changeup work on both sides of the plate. He spotted his fastball exceptionally well, and I'll tell you what, that was a great feeling for him to do that. Hopefully he'll have that feeling again here tonight. Take a look at our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. Where he got those outs, just look at those pitches, Patty O. He had 21 outs. They were all on shadows, corners, down. Barely any of them in the middle part of the plate. If it was, they were off balance, and they hit a lazy fly ball out. So that could have been an opportunity for him to hear today against the Astros. He won a World Series. It's a big game for him today for a lot of reasons. Hopefully he goes out there and dominates again.
7 scoreless in Denver. Yeah, that's kind of unheard of. That's special. Only the professor can pull that off. And who knows, he hasn't announced if this is going to be his final year. He wants to take this ball here tonight and do something special.
Yeah, he just feels something good about that. I mean, Game 7 of World Series, he knows a little bit about, some pressure on there. Being at home with his family here today, he wants to go out there and put out there the best effort possible, and you just got to love to watch him pitch.
Yeah, growing up, speaking of shadows, not too far away from the Big A, this was the team that he rooted for growing up, and he comes over, a special kiss for the family as Kyle Hendricks, the professor, makes his final start of the season. Stay tuned.
SexRx by Hims is a range of daily ED treatments customized to do more, if prescribed. Treatment includes medication for sexual health, plus an added benefit like testosterone support, or fuller hair, or vitality, and more. Doctor trusted and delivered discreetly to your door. Feel prepared at any moment, and your best in all the rest. Find your SexRx at hims.com.
If history has taught us anything, it's not to root against the underdog.
The British are coming!
It pays to know what's coming.
Check the group chat!
Every great leap began with a bold first step. And there's no shortage of second chances. Against impossible odds. You don't stand down. You swing first.
There's an easier way. From little fixes to big projects, taking care of your home is easy with Thumbtack. Download the Thumbtack app and start caring for your home today.
Spectrum. Get Spectrum Internet, mobile, and TV. Visit Spectrum.com for details. By Hyundai, with a brand new Hyundai, there's joy in every journey. And by UCI Health, compassionate care for everyone in the region. Learn more at ucihealth.org. Well, there's joy entering the ballpark here tonight as there is a nice little giveaway of an Angels jersey with the number 25 on the back. So you see a lot of those in the ballpark tonight. 4 teams vying for 3 spots. AL playoff race right now. Red Sox, Guardians, Tigers, Astros. Makes sense, right? 3 of the 4 going to make it. It's crazy out there.
It's going to be wild here these last. I mean, today's like huge for everybody. I mean, especially when you look at the Astros, and they got to face a guy that's been in a lot of big games. And it's a big game for the Angels because you got a lot of young players trying to gain that experience, get that feel for what a huge game would be. Even though it's not for the Angels to get in the postseason, but you can knock the Astros out, so the energy is going to be there for the Halos because the Astros absolutely have to win this game.
So here's Kyle Hendricks. You look at his first year with the Halos, this is his hometown team. 8 wins, that's second on the club. 31st start of the season, joining Soriano and Kikuchi. And, well, 301 starts in his career. He's won 105 times. He reached 1,000 Ks. It's been a big year for him.
Yeah, it really has. He's been solid here at home, 5-5 with an ERA just barely over 4. I mean, mixing and matching, so good for him this entire year. Just watching him before. My go-tos for Kyle to have another great game like he had in Colorado is that changeup for strikeouts. 47 strikeouts with his changeup, but also the 4 quadrants with his fastball. He can go inside, outside, up and down in the strike zone with his fastball. 54 punch-outs with a fastball that settles in around anywhere between 85 and 87 miles an hour. That's how good of a pitcher he is.
He has accomplished pretty much everything that you need to in the game. Most importantly, he won a World Series in Chicago. Here's Jose Altuve leading things off for the Astros in a must-win for them. They essentially have to sweep if they have any chance at the postseason, and they need some help.
And you know, they have the guy at the top of the order. He's had so many big games throughout his career, and a lot of them against the Halos in his career. So Altuve trying to lead the way, especially with a couple of their key guys out of the lineup here.
No doubt.
With no Pena and no Alvarez. That's 2 huge bats not in the lineup here.
And Yordan Alvarez, he's shut down for the rest of the season, which is essentially just this weekend. And if they make the playoffs, maybe he's available. He basically turned that ankle badly back on September 15th. After coming back from a broken hand, they miss his bat without a doubt. Pena's got the oblique. Paredes missed so much time with that hamstring. He's comes back. He's hobbled for sure. Jake Myers was a late scratch here tonight. And so they've had to mix and match, but I guess you just throw everything out when these 2 teams square off. It's not quite the Ryder Cup rivalry, but it's close.
I love the reference.
First pitch, Altuve fouls it off. Hendricks is going to be living on all these quadrants, right? It's so important. He knows to be effective, he has got to hit his spot to perfection.
Yeah, the edges, shadows throughout, have the hitters guess wrong. Look fastball, get a changeup. Look changeup, get a fastball. Look both those pitches and drop a curveball in there. Keep them guessing throughout.
This entire season, Gooby, really no hard hit percentage against him. He's gotten a lot of soft contact. How's he been able to do that?
Always out in front of the hitters. They just can't sit back and square up a pitch, even though you think, I should be able to hit 86, 87 a fastball, but they're looking fastball and they get those a changeup. Then it's vice versa throughout.
The 0-2, and that is a chase, but just staying alive is Jose Altuve. Our crew picked up that great shot the other night of Hendricks. He was talking out to Gary. I'm sure Kate Dana has gone over and approached him, so the professor is able to dispel some of that great knowledge of a tremendous career.
He's showing the different grips to have different breaks on his changeup from one side of the plate to the other side. That is huge if you're a young pitcher just talking to him. There's that little, he threw a cut changeup the one before that Altuve barely fouled. Then he tried to fade that changeup back on the outside corner. Almost got him the chase. Now he might try to sneak a fastball by him.
The 1-2. Oh, that's a great spot, and he got him looking. A strikeout. One closer to Gooby. All time. Needs 6 more to tie, I believe. To tie or to pass?
Pass.
Ooh.
That's that changeup again. Perfect. He just paints that corner with a nice job by Ohapi. Just bring it in presentation all about that pitch. I'm telling you, I'm just going to start calling him, instead of professor, I'm calling him the artist.
Yeah.
Formerly known as the professor.
It'll just be like a symbol. It won't even be his name. Somebody else has done that.
Possibly.
Isak Paredes now, the DH here tonight. He takes a strike. So here's the all-time strikeout list. Mark Cuba's 1,371 since 297. This is all-time in the history of the game. And Kyle Hendricks is approaching Mark Cuba's all-time. And if he does, listen, let's be honest. Well, how do we feel? Honestly.
For him, we've had so many conversations. The first day I came in spring training and camp and in uniform, he was the first guy I talked to. And just having a conversation, we've talked all season long. I would be super proud if he passed me by.
A tip of the cap up to the booth would be nice, though. Look at that. Upstairs.
There's 2.
And another strikeout. He's got 2. He needs 5 to pass.
And the Nissan defense behind Kyle Hendricks. He hasn't needed any defense quite yet, but he will so today. Taylor Ward out and left. Bryce Theodosio in center. Joe Adell in right field at third base today. Rengifo looked like it was going to be Moncada early, but Rengifo getting the start there. Guzman, Christian Moore, Sean Noel, and Ohapi behind the plate. Christian Moore has been really solid. He made some really, really good plays even in yesterday's game. So turning 22 double plays so far to 982 fielding percentage at second base.
I've liked his defense of late. He's looked really, really comfortable lately with the glove.
That's the key, comfortable there.
Nothing but strikes. He's ahead of Carlos Correa in his return to Houston. Still heard the boos. A curveball dropped in there. It's 0-2. Looking to strike out the side. Saw him give a kiss to his child and his wife. Really one of the nicest guys I've ever come across in the game of baseball. You can only imagine what it would be like to be his teammate. It's Ohapi, Gooby, behind the plate tonight, but Sebastian Rivero was hoping he would get the start. He wanted to be back there, and of course he's happy that it's Hoppy who caught him in Colorado.
The thing is, if you're the Astros, you're a team that you got so much on the line. Probably the most difficult guy to face is Kyle Hendricks. If you're facing a guy that's throwing upward 90s, hey, you're geared up, you're wired up, you're ready to go. But when you have a guy that can mix and match so well, it's not a good opponent for you.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Correa. Kind of like what the Guardians, when they're facing the Rangers, they were losing. And when you play a team that, in that situation, maybe that's not the team that you want to face in a win and get in type scenario. For the Astros, a bit different. They have no choice but to win, which puts the pressure on them for sure. They've been playing with house money, Gooby. They made the playoffs 8 consecutive years. Never been in this situation in a minute. Healthy hack at the 4-seamer.
You got away with that one there. That drifted out. You saw exactly where Ohapi was set up. And you see the frustration here by Carlos Correa because he had his pitch. You're going to get your pitch to hit during a sequence and an at-bat. But as a pitcher, you're trying to make sure even when you make a mistake, he doesn't get a hold of that one because he's guessing wrong.
Right at the middle, hard hit, gets through for a base hit, 2 out, knock for Correa. That'll bring up Christian Walker.
That was a really solid at bat by Carlos Correa to staying on that and just using that big part of the field. Since he's come back to the Astros, he's done a real nice job. Even when we saw him down there in Houston, hitting the ball the other way, back up the middle. Especially when he's gotten the 2 strikes.
Christian Walker in his first year of big deal with the Astros. I mean, you look at the numbers in the back of the baseball card, end of the year, 24 homers, 85 ribbies, 24 doubles. However, a lot of strikeouts, especially with runners on. Nobody has struck out more with somebody on base than Christian Walker this year. Goes foul. I think, you know, for Kyle Hendricks, he's been very clear that he needs to talk to his family, and he'll let us know if this is going to be it for him. I think, and I respect his wanting to finish the season on the bump, and then he'll make his. There was a reporter that put out a one-liner, national reporter said that, you know, he's already announced his retirement, to which Kyle Hendricks, for good reason, was frustrated by that. Like, I haven't said that to anybody. He gets the opportunity to go out on his own terms, though, here.
Yeah, and he's you know, he's a quiet, humble guy. He just wants to go out there before him on the mound. That's all he wants. Tied him up with a sinker at 86. That's why, I mean, every time he has taken the mound here for the Angels, it's like I'm watching Pedro Martinez, because you get that excitement. Now, Pedro Martinez was way out there as far as incredible stuff, but just to watch him perform.
Watching him pitch, it's a good spot, doesn't get the call.
That was a pretty good pitch right there. Great changeup.
And next year, that situation, you wonder early in the game if O'Hoppe would tap the helmet right away, because the pitcher, and Kyle said, he's got on record, said, listen, I would not call it. I'm too far away. There's a fly ball, center field, playable. Teodosio is there. And, well, the artist formerly known as the Professor gets through the first, no score.
For the Smith family, weeknights are full of activities. But Jim and Janie forgot about the most important one, dinner. But with Home Chef, dinner's never a plot twist. With all the fresh ingredients you need delivered to your door and flavors the whole family will love, your easy 4-serving dinners get rave reviews every night of the week. All thanks to Home Chef's family menu. Get 18 free meals when you visit homechef.com.
Hey guys, Viagra is not your only option. Rove Sparks act fast and stay active longer. They aren't pills.
Lineup presented by Irvine Auto Center. There's a look at Mike Trout hitting second. Shonowell with a rare leadoff opportunity, the 6th of the season. And then Taylor Ward and Joe Adell, Rengifo, O'Hoppe, Moore, Guzman, and Teodosio. And Gooby, looking at this, what's kind of cool about this for Ray Montgomery is every one of these players made their MLB debut as an Angel.
Yeah,
homegrown.
It's good to see that, and it'd be really good to see these guys just have this kind of an atmosphere here tonight. A pretty big crowd here today at the Big A also.
On the bump, pitching for the Astros, Jason Alexander facing Nolan Shonowell, who homered last night, a no-doubter, his 12th of the season.
Very similar when you think about stuff. His fastball's not overpowering. 94 is max, 90-94. Great changeup, a swing and miss changeup. My go-tos to have some success and score some runs and put some pressure here on the Astros today is success versus sinker. 344 batting average, 464 slug. Power in zone changeup. When it's in the zone, it's giving up some home runs. 8 with a slugging percentage of 458. When he gets you to chase, It's almost unhittable. 187 batting average with 43 strikeouts. So you got to bring that changeup in.
Picked up off waivers from the Athletics. This is his 12th consecutive turn in the Astros rotation. And he's been very successful. Last time out did not go well in Seattle. You pointed out to me, because you got a memory like a steel trap, that Alexander started in the Angels organization. And in fact, in 2019, had a couple of spring training appearances. March 15th and 21st of 2019. Shonowell lifts that pretty deep to right field, but Cam Smith is there for the first out.
Yeah, just slightly out in front. Yeah, you know, a halo for a number of years, but he's been unreal on the road so far this year too. So I mean, he's at a pitch, and I'm sure when he's on the other side watching Kyle Hendricks throw, he's that's kind of like my mirror image over there. I throw a little harder, but very similar.
Heavy dose of changeups coming from Alexander. And here's Mike Trout, hit his 401st last night. Starts him off with that sweeper, which really resembles a curveball to me by this eye.
I don't know, for the Astros, I don't know if it's good news or bad news, but the Red Sox walked off the Tigers.
Wow.
So many different scenarios now. Boy, whether the Red Sox were when they came to the Big A earlier this season, now to be in the playoffs, that's pretty impressive. Alex Cora's done a real nice job managing that club.
Say clinches a playoff berth. Producer Evan, though, has gone into silence. Unbelievable. That really is incredible. They had a lead in that game, 3-1. Walked off. Well, for the Astros, they essentially need Detroit to lose 2 out of 3, and they need to sweep the Angels or the Guardians, which already helps them with the loss as well.
Well, I'll tell you now, if you're, you know, the Astros too, you got to believe the Red Sox are celebrating, making it a postseason.
Yeah, sure.
And then you have a day game tomorrow. So the Tigers probably feel a little bit better about having a chance to bounce back, possibly. Because if you're Alex Cora, you're going to start setting up your rotation. You know, you're not going to have Crochet going on Sunday now.
Yep.
More than likely.
You could save him for game 1.
Yep.
That was the hope. They had a pretty good chance of getting him, just needing the 1 victory. 1-2 to Trout. And a swing and a miss, and he goes down swinging for the 2nd out in the bottom of the 1st.
You know that has to be a thrill for Alexander to face Trout. They, you know, in spring training together. The defense behind him, the Astros defense, which has always been a solid defense. Yvonne out in left field, he plays all over. Cole Smith, tremendous young outfielder for the Astros in right field. In the infield for the Astros today, Altuve's over at second. Carlos Correa, remember he was playing third base earlier, is playing shortstop. But Cam Smith out in the outfield, 12 defensive runs saved. This kid was an infielder, playing the outfield with 6 outfield assists.
There's a weakly hit ground ball to Carlos Correa. And for Jason Alexander, a 1-2-3 for scoreless as we head to the 2nd.
You know there's better golf in you. And whether you're new to the game or you've been playing your whole life, PXG can get better golf out of you. Our expert fitters use the unique adjustability of PXG clubs to help you hit it longer, straighter, and play with the confidence you've always wanted. Book your PXG fitting experience now at PXG.com or a PXG location near you. PXG, you've never played like this before.
Never clean your gutters again with LeafGuard. LeafGuard's seamless design keeps leaves, pests, and sediment out while directing water away from your home, preventing wood rot and foundation decay, giving you peace of mind that your home and family are protected from water damage with the industry's premier maintenance-free gutter system. Call 844-6LeafGuard right now for 75% off installation plus $200 off your purchase. LeafGuard, get it today. Protected for life.
Hendricks back on the mound here at the Big A in his final start of the season, and who knows if this is the final start of his career. That's only for Kyle to decide, but having his last one of the season come here at home was really special for a couple of different reasons for Kyle. One of them being finishing on the road. He says it's just really challenging. The flight, it's super tough. It's hard on the team, just in general. So for the team aspect, in front of the fans, finishing here, that's really special. But then, of course, there's the personal side of it. As we know, growing up here, getting to pitch at this ballpark for the first time in his entire career. So to get the first one at the beginning of the season and now to finish the circle and kind of fulfill it here at the end of the year, it's really cool for him and for his family to be here too. We know his wife, his son is here as well. So just a really special day for Kyle, and to be able to finish out this year here at home at the Big A.
It's still unbelievable. He never had pitched here in this ballpark as a major league player. So you're exactly right on that, Erica. This has got to be one of those moments where if somewhere down the road you're going to reflect on and say, wow, this is perfect the way it ended. Potentially.
Think of what he has meant to the city of Chicago. I mean, he took the ball in the biggest games in the history of Chicago Cubs baseball, just looking to break the curse. And he got the job done. Oh, look at that spot just off the plate to Yainer Diaz leading off, followed by Zach Cole and Cam Smith. 31st start for Kyle Hendricks, and very close to 162 innings pitched to officially qualify. It's hard hit, left field, Taylor Ward going back, it's over his head. He was playing shallow, and Diaz hit that on the line, so that's a leadoff double. Love to see that baseball get caught there.
It feels like Diaz always is hitting the ball hard on the line against the Halos. And that ball had some carry to it, looked like off the bat. That first step in and then has to retreat back, unable to run back and get that ball when it's hit that hard. That's 109 miles per hour off the bat, unable to get back to that one quick enough. A leadoff double. Coming in at 295 career hitter. Although he pitched a lot better against him this season. It's 152 this season for Diaz. But it seems like he always is hitting the ball hard.
This is where Jake Myers was scheduled to be batting in the Astros lineup, a late scratch. And it's a good thing because he's hitting 350 on the road, leading everybody. And it's Zach Cole at the plate, followed by Cam Smith, who was added to the lineup in right. Cole moved from right to center.
A couple of young hitters coming up back to back for Kyle Hendricks. Then you can exploit the strike zone or the shadows of the strike zone here. Get a punch out or two.
Change up with late movement, but all part of the plan on 0-2. He doesn't make those mistakes 0-2. Doesn't walk anybody. Hardly gives up any homers this year. Very, very effective. 4 of his last 5 starts, excellent. There was one in there that didn't go well.
That was interesting watching Hoppy set up. He was setting up with a fastball in, and then to the last second moved to the outside corner on the changeup with a base runner at second. There's always that possibility. You lean one way or the other way depending where the catcher set up.
For Logan O'Hoppe, obviously a big offseason for him. Doobie, do you think the fact that there's been some struggles defensively, does that have an impact on the catcher offensively?
Well, there's no doubt. I think there's some big-time strides over the last few weeks for Logan O'Hoppe, and I think he's going to get better and better defensively, and that's going to allow him to be the hitter he can be.
2-2. Good job by O'Hoppe to move over to get that one on the hop. Keep Diaz right there at second base. And there it is, another strikeout, the 3rd of the night, as Cole goes fishing on that one.
This is the perfect setup on that one too. Change up, get a young hitter to expand. He had a swing like that earlier in the sequence, and he got him to chase that one to finish him off for another strikeout. 3 in the game.
Brings up Cam Smith with runner at second base and 1 out. Top of the second, no score. Broken bat, foul ball. Take a look at our Verizon reliable performance here tonight. And Kyle Hendricks on the bump. And for Hendricks, he's been there, done that. And this is kind of cool. One season in Angels history, 0 wild pitches. Hopefully we're not putting the jinx on him right here.
It's unreal. His last wild pitch he's had at the major leagues is August 23rd of 2021. That's covering over 8,500 pitches. 8,554 to be exact. Thank you, Blake, on that one, too, for that information. That is unreal. That's where we're definitely separated from him on that one.
I was going to say.
I would love to be able to go through one game without having two.
That is absolutely amazing. And he's been ahead of hitters here tonight so far. 0-2 here to Smith.
This is the ability to paint edges, shadows, and then get chases. And as a hitter, you got to be so frustrated. You think you're on that. I can get that fastball. But then the minute you start looking fastball, he throws the changeup, that cut changeup here maybe.
He's been one step ahead his entire career.
And you're right, Patio. I mean, he's never going to have to buy a meal ever in Chicago. I mean, being in that Game 7 World, I mean, he's World Series champion there. And it had been forever since they had won a World Series. So and you know what? His teammates here with the Angels feel the same way about him. He's that kind of person to be around all the time.
Type of guy that if you call his name and stop him and have a conversation, he'll spend all day with you. Another strikeout, another changeup, 2 down. That's 4 Ks on the night for the professor.
Thought that was a good matchup with 2 young hitters like that. Here's that changeup again. Even with the man at second there, Diaz, leadoff double. We have 2 young hitters coming up against the professor. It's a good matchup for him.
Great call by you. Saw that coming, he abused him. To that leadoff double, back-to-back Ks. Urias, the batter. Third ball misses to Urias, playing third base tonight for Houston.
Yeah, real good career numbers against the Halos. 338 batting average. That's covering 71 at bats too.
Great field to start the game with the change piece for Kyle. He's an intelligent young man. Ivy Leaguer. That's where he also surpassed and separates himself from me.
And yep, I'm right there too.
And it wasn't like he was taking basket weaving. That was macro, micro economics. Like a scratch golfer in high school, what can he do? 2-2.
Well, he's got that changeup working so effectively early on here.
Just beautiful pitching. 3 straight strikeouts for Kyle Hendricks. Picks up his teammate Taylor Ward. He's got 5 so far through 2.
When you're young, you don't just get handed trust. You have to earn it by hand. You listen and ask questions and see the way things have always been. But like never before, you realize time doesn't make something timeless. Standards do. Because if you want your name to last forever, you have to build your legacy, one step at a time.
If you know luxury, it's not just award-winning, it's rewarding. Saatva Mattresses supports all types of sleepers. Luxury is handcrafted and assembled in American factories and brought directly to you with our complimentary in-home delivery and setup service. Which is why over 90% of customers would recommend Saatva to friends and family. Saatva, luxury mattresses made affordable.
Tied at 0 so far with some Halo fans. Good sized crowd here today. Now it's time for Hyundai Key for the game today. Going Daft Punk today. One more time for the professor on the bump. And another one more time with Joe Dell get a chance to get closer and closer to 100 RBIs on the season.
First pitch and a stab at third by Urias. Nice play, one down. Alexander was teammates with Adele at AAA, as well as Luis Rengifo and Taylor Ward. There's a bunch of fun names in the 2019 Salt Lake Bees and 2018 Inland Empire 66ers. 32 years old now. Bounced around quite a bit. Hanging in there. He's pitched well for Houston. Rengifo has a 10-game hitting streak versus the Houston Astros working. Going the other way, but on a line, and Dubon is there. And 2 quick outs here in the second.
Over the years, defensively, the way they set up their outfield, they've put themselves in position to make a lot of good plays on baseballs that are hit hard. Now, usually you think, okay, that baseball has a chance of being down. They'll usually hit guys in left field and right field. They'll move them towards the alleys to take away potential extra base hits. They feel if you hit the ball down the line, it's going to be hit anyhow. So they just want to move over to take away hits like that, and a good swing by Rengifo.
Logan O'Hoppe, that is called a strike. Home plate umpire here tonight, Jansen Visconti. The Halos are putting the baseball in play. I think when I look at the whole of this season, you want to get some base runners out there. Yeah, you've got 4th most homers in baseball, and certainly great for the highlight reel. But if they're all solo shots and you're not scoring runs and you're not getting on base, you're not getting a ton of hits, and you're striking out far too much, more by anybody, actually top 5 in the history of the game, looking ahead to next year, them to kind of tighten that up.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the teams that are ahead of them in the all-time, you have Seattle in there a couple years ago. They made the playoffs, right. So they hit a lot. Hit a lot of home runs, a lot of strikeouts. But when you hit those home runs, you want guys on base, and that means whether it's a base hit or a walk. Same thing in 22 with the Minnesota Twins, and they were in the postseason. Sometimes you get caught up in the number of strikeouts, but if you hit the home runs with guys on base, you have a tendency to win those games.
And there's a strikeout right there by Logan O'Hoppe, and 6 up, 6 down for Alexander.
Talent-wise, with the Correas and the Royce Lewises and the Buxtons firing at the height of their power, they're probably the most talented team.
Royce Lewis puts his team on top.
Postseason monster, we all know that.
Grand slam, Carlos Correa.
With firing Buxton, it's the tools, the speed, the power.
There's one speed, and that's to go get it. I think that we're a great team. I think we know we're a great team.
The Twins have the most talent in that division.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks.
There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight.
The bats have come alive.
A showstopper.
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit them.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
We got our hands up in the air, 'cause it's a party. We having fun here, 'cause it's a party.
Oh my! This guy is next level. Oh my goodness!
Lots of great baseball coming, and good guess, by the way.
Play baseball like I'm still a young kid, like a little teenager.
Good luck trying to hit that, man. It's unhittable.
No way! What a moment! This is the show that never ends.
Looking to play spoiler. Some good pitching going on so far Joining us right now is the play-by-play voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Tony Parks. Great to have you with us. I've seen you all week, and we got a lot of players here that you know quite well.
Oh, this has been special, man. Seeing them up here, seeing them thrive, seeing them grow day to day, and now seeing them have this chance to capitalize at the end of the season.
Yeah, when you see a guy like Christian Moore, how comfortable he is at second base. Did you foresee that when you saw him down in Salt Lake?
Certainly. Absolutely. Even in the first workouts that you had with him out on the field, you could see he was so smooth with it every single time, getting the ball in and out of his glove quickly. He put on a show that first week. He and Jack Caglione, obviously, was the #1 prospect of the Royals. It was an amazing week. And Christian Moore put on a show there, came up here, went back down to us, fine-tuned some things. Glad he's back up here again.
How did the Bees improve with Nelson Rada, with Denzer Guzman? What type of jump in performance did you see with those guys?
I thought baseball IQ was off the charts. And Nelson Rada, his chronological age and his baseball age are not the same thing. You see him in the airport, you go, okay, he's 19 years old. And then you see him out on the field, there's nothing like him. I mean, he is fabulous. And Denzer Guzman, a guy who can make all the tough plays look easy, that really jumped out at you. And then his power, And so this guy, I think, has such a bright future. And you could see it right away. When those two joined the team, they went from, a team that was trying to find a way to win ball games to a 40-game stretch where they were the best team in the Pacific Coast League.
Yeah, I saw all those numbers. Everyone's putting it all together. I mean, I've heard so much about baseball potentially being their MLB baseball.
Yeah.
What do you think about that possibility?
Salt Lake City is a major league city without a major league baseball team. You go to a game there, it feels major league. It sounds major league. The energy, the conversations are major league. The ownership from the Miller family, they are so passionate about this game. And they have done everything they can to polish as many things possible, to see around as many corners that may need to be there, to put themselves in position so that when expansion hits, they're ready to put the shovels in the dirt, go right to work.
I love to hear that, because every painting and picture I've seen, what it could look like with all those the views there, looks incredible.
Well, it gets me excited. I talked to Torrey Hunter before the game, and he's a guy who played in Salt Lake City. He just raved about it. So that was the most fun that he had throughout any of his minor league years, and he agrees it's certainly a major league city.
You have a new stadium, right? Year two. What's it like down there?
Yeah, well, the new stadium was tremendous. In the very first year, we hit the ground running from the very beginning of the home schedule, and these players, every one of them, have mentioned that it was a major league field. It operated at major league level. Everything we do is to major league standard in Salt Lake. We will not do anything less or settle for anything less.
Kyle Hendricks is pitching quite well so far here, Tony.
Well, I tell you, I had a chance to watch him a lot in his career, and seeing him there in Chicago, obviously he is a hometown legend there in the city of Chicago for those fans. 108 years, he helps end that. And you couldn't pick a better guy in a pressure situation. Game 7, this is the guy who never let the show get in the way of the game. It was just all about business. He has that head tilted to the side, knelt down, and then he walks on and off the field. He is masterful.
You wear a special hat. I made sure you kept it on, because this is the hat from the beginning of the season. I don't want people to think you don't wear the hat.
I know this.
Every picture I've seen of you, any video, there it is. That's the hat.
That's the hat. I pick it from the very beginning of the year. Superstitions. You don't mess with those things.
No, never.
Tried to bring some good karma here this week, and it's fun too, because our new brand, our new logo, the work that was done from so many people, top to bottom, and the Bees organization, and their passion also for the Angels. They want to make sure that when those players are in Salt Lake, everything translates to what they do at the major league level. And so it was a special season.
I mean, you see a guy like Joe Adell, where he's, wasn't that long ago, he's there playing in AAA in Salt Lake, and putting up the numbers he's putting up this season with 37 home runs. Did you ever foresee that? I mean, because there's a lot of ups and downs in the game, especially for young guys.
I always thought he had the gifts. You could see it. You could feel it. But bad routes on balls in the outfield, you could see he needed some polishing overall. Then he hits a 510-foot home run. He's turning heads. You could see that, but that's what that level's for. That level is for you to be able to get yourself to the point that you're the best player you can be, and then you're the best player for your team, not just the best player on your team. I couldn't be happier for a guy that I saw for so many years in Salt Lake.
So we have 2-2 with 2 down here in the third. Isaac Paredes at the plate. Kyle Hendricks dealing. There's a ground ball to Rengifo. He has it, throws across, gets it. Tony, thanks so much for joining us. It's been fun talking to you, and keep up the great work with the Beast. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much,
great job. A 1-2-3 inning, too. Way to go.
It's Kyle Hendricks. I knew.
next level. Oh, my goodness.
Lots of great baseball coming. And good guess, by the way.
Play baseball like I'm still a young kid, like a little teenager.
Good luck trying to hit that, man. It's unhittable.
What a moment. This is the show that never ends.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Join Matt Yeloff on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv. Presented by BetMGM.
SiriusXM's The Leadoff Spot is now on MLB Network. Join Steve Phillips and former MLB players Xavier Scruggs and Eduardo Perez for a recap of the night's action, preview of the day ahead, plus in-depth baseball interviews all season long on MLB Network. SiriusXM's The Leadoff Spot is now on MLB Network. Join Steve Phillips and former MLB players Xavier Scruggs and Eduardo Perez for a recap of the night's action, preview of the day ahead, plus in-depth baseball interviews all season long on MLB Network.
That's tomorrow. Fans will have the chance to win prizes from Coors Light, OG's Pizza, Monster Energy, and more. And stay after the game for the final fireworks show of the season. Visit angels.com/promotions for more information. Christian Moore, luck out right up the middle, but played there perfectly as Altuve. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Wow, you can't hit a baseball any harder than that.
7 in a row retired. Jason Alexander. Do we have to get some Seinfeld and George Costanza puns ready?
Well, these pretzels are making me thirsty here. This is 113 off the bat. Wow. Can't hit that ball any harder than that. That's a great swing by Christian Moore, though. Well, he has retired 7 in a row. 7, which is his favorite number, 7. He has a child, it'll be 7.
That's perfect. There's a pop-up. Altuve calling for it. He's there. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to work on my Costanza puns. I was getting ready for the game, and plus I was in the pool. Huh? Anybody? No?
Way to go, way to go.
All right, that's it. Tap down. All right, so 8 in a row now retired. Bryce Teodosio, he's at the plate. All of these late season chances for players like Moore, Guzman, Teodosio. Yeah, you want to beat the Astros and knock them out of the playoffs, but these are learning moments. These are every at-bat, every moment's like an audition, and that's a good one there for Teodosio. That's a base hit and first hit of the game.
And you wonder if that's going to give him an opportunity to try to steal a base here, especially with Shawneewell, how good he hits with runners in scoring position.
Great call. 7 stolen bases for Teo, 1 caught. I like it. Why not? What do you got to lose?
And so far, 6 stolen bases, just 2 caught. With Alexander on the mound, Diaz has allowed 94 stolen bases against him. He's thrown out 22, about 19%, so it's a pretty good combo to try to take a shot at stealing the bag.
Not much of a lead. First pitch, center field, hit pretty good. Going back is Cole. He's on the track and right in front of the wall. He is there to make the catch to end the inning. We head to the 4th, still scoreless at the Big A.
There's certain players in every lineup that make the lineup go. Speed, power, he is a difference maker.
Ketel Marte, he's done it one more time.
The best second baseman in the game, that's Ketel Marte.
There goes Corbin, just incredible speed.
He wants to bury people. He just doesn't want to beat you. He wants to drive you into the ground.
They're tearing the cover off the ball.
We play to win. We've played that way all year. I guess this is just another example of that. We know what's in that locker room. We know the heart we have.
roar is back in Motown.
Right now, Major League Baseball, we have a new Tiger King. Tarek Skubal owns this mound.
Look at him walking off the mound. This guy's a nightmare.
This kid's special, doing it all.
Riley Green saves the day.
Does everything on the field, plays great defense, can steal bags.
He's a monster.
If I'm on time, I know my swing is going to be in the best spot possible for me to hit the ball.
Riley Green tears into another one.
That's the Tigers, baby.
Keep on nailing it, never miss it. Back, enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
Partner, this is fun to watch because this is pitching. This is an art form like you brought up many times.
I just mix and match and change the speed. Edges, like that changeup.
So it's Carlos Correa, Christian Walker, Yainer Diaz due up for the Astros in a must-win. They need help. They need to sweep the Angels and get some help with either Detroit or Cleveland losing at least 2, because they all have the tiebreaker over the Houston Astros.
It's interesting. These two have not really matched up a whole lot in their careers. 5 at-bats now for Carlos Correa against Kyle Hendricks. It was his first hit he ever had, first at-bat.
2-strike line drive up the middle for that base hit for Correa. Oh, it's 3-1. Obviously, very dangerous hitter. A World Series champion at the plate and incredibly clutch over the years.
Couple World Series champs going at it right here.
Good point. If you think about it, for the Astros, when it really, when the worm turned for them after all those years of losing, was a Carlos Correa. Oh, it's the benefit of that call. A quick look. That's how quick it's going to be. You got to tap that helmet. On average, the minor leagues, every challenge in the ABS, about 13 seconds added. This time, Christian Moore is there to take a hit away from Correa.
And the strikeouts so far tonight, he's been on his game for Kyle Hendricks with 5 of them so far tonight. Changeup, Payton against Altuve. Fastball upstairs. Go back to that changeup going down and away. Another cut changeup there, and then another one. Gets the right-handed batters. This thing he's struggled a little bit. It's against right-handed batters. 11 swing and misses tonight so far, 8 with his changeup.
Christian Walker was attacking that sinker, and that's just a strike. It's 0-1. You mentioned Pedro Martinez, but you look at some pitchers historically that have been great throughout their careers. Obviously, Greg Maddux, I think, is one of the best pitchers of all time. But as they get later in their career, they don't have that same fuzz. They have to find a way to get out, so that's what Kyle Hendricks does.
Yeah, amazing what he has done. The transition.
Look at that. That's a beauty.
He doesn't throw a lot of curveballs. When he does, though, it freezes the hitter.
And somewhere Clyde Wright is smiling. Every time I see him, he just wants Kyle to throw more curveballs. Why don't you text him and let him, oh, never mind.
Well, no, it's easy. He's not on that flip phone again.
The 0-2 pitch. To me, it's interesting. Every time 0-2, he has not made a mistake with that pitch. It's going to be off the plate, looking to get a chase, and then you get him. You're still in a great situation, 1-2.
Yeah. It's a purpose behind that. It's not that far away from the plate. Sets up the next pitch. Still out in front of that one. It's so tough as a hitter to stay back. You see the baseball well, you don't feel they can get it by you, but you're still out in front, and then you start looking at that changeup, and he sneaks a fastball by you.
tries to do just that with that 86-mile-per-hour four-seamer. Walker fouls away to stay alive. 1-2. One down, no score, top of the fourth. Crowds filling in nicely here tonight on the final Friday night of the season. Changeup misses 2-2. Cloudy all day, but perfect conditions right now. And tomorrow, fan appreciation night. Just got a piece. That's the wrong spot to miss.
Yeah, when you look at, even go back to that last game in Colorado when he showed the outs that Hendricks got, 21 of them. There was only one that was in the zone. So he was on the edges throughout. That was, you know, he had one mistake against Carlos Correa and then one there. So, but no damage done on those.
A fly ball center field. Teodosio, he gets on his horse. That one is gone. Teodosio coming oh so close as usual, but Walker puts the Astros on the board. It's 1-0.
And that changeup got the plate there. Fourth career home run against the Halos.
Only the 25th homer allowed this season by Kyle.
See this changeup, he wanted to do that cut, fade it back, I should say, on the outside corner. It started on the corner and faded to the middle. He wanted that slightly off the outside corner to fade right on the edge. He got way up there on that one.
He did indeed, trying to pull a Mike Trout, one of the great catches ever. Just a little late, but heck of an effort by Bryce. Yainer Diaz is the batter. Diaz with a double back in the second. He was stranded there after Kyle had 3 straight strikeouts. That one is hit pretty good, and that one is over the head of Taylor as well. And this could be an interesting play as Diaz slowed up, but has plenty of time to make it into second base.
That's
one out double.
2 really good swings he's had tonight against Kyle Hendricks so far. And that's another one of those pitches that got more of the plate than Kyle Hendricks once. So 2 well-hit baseballs by Yainer Diaz. That was 108 off the bat, that double. And you go back to the other double, that was 109 off the bat. Not unusual to see him have those type of swings against the Angels.
A little reset here with Ohapi joining Hendricks on the mound, bringing up Zach Cole. Struck out last time up.
Remember, he got him to fish a couple times on changeups off the plate, which is going to be big for him here. Let's get some chases. Let's keep this a 1-run deficit.
Right on the corner for strike 1. What have you seen from Guzman at shortstop in the short time he's been here?
Real good glove, strong throwing arm. I often ask questions, for people in the minor leagues. What do you think? Shortstop, third base? Plays both ways.
Good piece of hitting there for Cole. That's going to drive in a run as Diaz is going to score easily. An inside-out double. Not hit hard, but good enough to get the job done and make it 2-0 Houston.
Yeah, just made some contact. Usually when you think of the Astros, they don't strike out a lot, so that's why it was so odd to see that for Kyle Hendricks with all those strikeouts in the first couple of innings. More contact. And that wasn't a bad pitch either. That was below the strike zone and down, a real solid pitch. But he made the adjustment. That's similar to the pitch he struck out the first at bat.
Cam Smith at the plate. Dangerous hitter.
This game of baseball is so crazy. 3 hits in a row. One 108. Another next one's 108, and that was at 60, 68, 67. So
box score is going to show an RBI dub. But it is crazy. And frustrating a bit, for sure, for Kyle, who's been pitching great. And Walker with his 25th home run of the season. 6 RBI.
Nice job by O'Hoppe getting that strike. Stole that one. That was off the plate. And you might not see that the art of that
really?
framing going forward. Everyone keeps saying, "Oh, there's only 2 challenges." No, you can keep challenging if you're correct.
Sure, but you also don't want to use that challenge too early, necessarily in the game, depending on the situation and the player. You also want to develop an idea of what the zone is for the umpire. It's going to keep these umpires honest as well. And there's another strikeout, and that is number 6, and that ties Mark Gubicza on the all-time strikeout list at, what was it, 297?
71.
Are we updating this as we go? Tied.
Yes.
The next one passes you, my friend.
That's fine with me.
Records made to be broken. .1371, all square. Mark Gubicza and Kyle Hendricks, 2 of the all-time greats. On and off the field, that is for sure. Softly hit, coming in as Guzman's going to have to hurry, and he makes a nice play. Oh, the throw is off the bag. Shonowell did not stay on the bag, according to the first base umpire.
Looked like he was off initially. I don't know if he was able to get that foot back on there or not. I think he was off.
Andy Fletcher right there to make the call. This will give us an idea.
He's definitely not on it there.
Oh, maybe he got it back. Hard to tell. So the Angels will take a look. He reaches back, one last effort there.
It's one of those ones I firmly believe it'll be a stand, call stand.
Well, certainly if in New York City they have the same looks that we do, it'll stand. Which is too bad, because that was the 3rd out. And if it stands, it'll be 1st and 3rd.
It's a little bit of a bobble on the transfer. Guzman. Almost felt like he initially had his foot on the base to begin with, and then he stretched off the foot off the bag for Shonowell, but then had to go back. You remember a play like that at first base in 1985. It worked out all right for us.
Yeah, I certainly did.
Anytime you reach back with your foot on a base, it automatically makes you feel as an umpire that you didn't have your foot on the base.
Well, as we wait, some craziness heading into the final weekend. We're going into the weekend. 10 of the 15 matchups have some sort of playoff implication.
By the way, the Mets lost. Looks like the Reds won. Now they have the tiebreaker against the Mets.
Incredible, and they should be all square.
And then you got the Diamondbacks right there too, and they're leading down in San Diego early.
After review, the call on the field stands. The runner safe. Los Angeles loses their challenge for the remainder of the game.
Angels lose the challenge. That will be an E6 charge to Guzman. And more work to do here for Hendricks to get out of this 4th and keep it 2-0. Ramon Urias, the batter. There was some traffic crossing in front of him, a little bit of a bobble, but that is a throw that he's got to make. That one is going to be very close, but foul out in front.
It's where the veteran will pick up that young infielder here. This is what makes Kyle Hendricks so special, I think.
Say Dubon at the plate. Reese at first. Zach Cole at third. Runners on the move. O'Hoppe, he's got him. Now what's Christian Moore going to do? He goes home. A good throw. Safe at home is the call as Zach Cole apparently steals a run.
And you have no challenge anymore.
And so that is a stolen run. It is 3-0. A good throw and a tag. Very close at home.
Just didn't quite get the tag, got the hand in there before the tag was applied. See this, avoided the tag by O'Hoppe. Nice shot by Dubon to tell him exactly where to go as far as the slide too. That's why it's so important for that guy at the plate, or even sometimes in the on-deck circle, to give the base runner an option of where to go on the plate to avoid a tag.
Urias, who had held up, ended up getting in a scoring position, but there's the strikeout. And with that strikeout, he passes Margubaza, and you did get the tip of the cap right there, my friend. All class for Kyle Hendricks.
SexRx by Hims is a range of daily ED treatments customized to do more. If prescribed, treatment includes medication for sexual health, plus an added benefit like testosterone support, or fuller hair, or vitality, and more. Doctor trusted and delivered discreetly to your door. Feel prepared at any moment, and your best in all the rest. Find your SexRx at hims.com.
Don't know who can clean this? Thumbtack knows. Get recommendations for every kind of home project. Hire the right pro today.
Off Base is coming in a brand new format. Join Lauren Gardner and Xavier Scruggs as they explore all the baseball buzz across social media, pop culture, and around the majors. The Off Base podcast, all season long, only on MLB Network.
Some moments are too big to miss.
Raleigh does it again!
MLB Tonight brings you closer to the biggest plays and reactions from the moments that matter most.
We just got to keep doing what we're doing and go out there and play our baseball.
MLB Tonight, only on MLB Network.
Way back and gone. Number 402 for Mike Trout.
Boy, what a swing that was again for Trout. Another baseball crush, 107 miles per hour off the bat, going 413. Just like that. Trout responds for the professor. Get him right back in the game. What a swing.
It's great to see the smile and getting that confidence back as he's homered in back-to-back games since hitting that milestone, and the relief of that moment finally being over with. Taylor Ward at the plate. Scores now 3-1. So with that RBI, is now tied with Kingfish Tim Salmon on the Angels all-time RBI list with 1,016. Garrett Anderson with the all-time RBI franchise record for the Angels. A career year across the board for Taylor Ward. 103 ribbies, 36 homers, 31 doubles. Not many left fielders in the game put up numbers like this.
Love to see Taylor Ward get on base here for Joe Adell, waiting on deck. Himself right back in this game.
And that's ball 4. That will bring up Joe Adell, sitting at 97 RBI. Does have the homer lead. Here's a look at the swing from Trout.
He's all over that pitch. A lot of the plate. And all speed. And that's it. A monster shot. A sweeper that was swept out of the ballpark.
And it puts the Angels on the board. Well inside to Joe Adell. As you mentioned how Jason Alexander, what a thrill it was when he struck out Trout in the first. I'm sure how he feels about giving up that homer. 2016, Trout and Salmon tied second. 1292 for GA. Five more years for Trout to track him down.
And to see Adell get a hold of one to get that much closer to 100 RBIs. Back to that sweeper. That's the exact pitch that Trout hit out.
Now a good count for Joe, 3-1. Team leading homers, 3 RBI shy of 100. Sharply hit over the second. Throw, but a 5-4-3 double play.
Because Joe Adell hits so many baseballs, but hits it on the ground hard, guys on base, if it's at an infielder, there's a good chance of a double. Even though he could run so well, but he hit it that hard, it's going to end up being a double play ball.
So 2 down. Here's Luis Rengifo.
By the way, we often talk, and everyone talks about how Trout has, he has struggled against the Astros, especially down there in Houston, but that's his 31st career home run now against the Astros. 31. It's a lot of home runs against the club.
That sweeper in there for a strike, 1-1. Just for Mike, just to him get into this offseason feeling confident about his swing, get some rest, rehab the knee, get the pain out of there. I think the thing with the knee is that the way that his knee is situated now with the 2 surgeries, 2 bones are going to hit, and he's going to get these bruises for the rest of his career. That's why possibly just DHing, keeping that bat in the lineup is the best thing for him going forward, but he does want to be out there. It's a strikeout to Rengifo, and Mike Trout, the all-time Angels leader by a long shot. That is 402.
Right this second, at some pool party somewhere, someone really wants a soda.
I'd really go for a...
But that same someone's stuck between like way too much syrup and what is that, diet water? What if there were a better soda?
Ladies.
Oh, hey, girl.
Stop spiraling. Get a poppy.
Duh. A soda with 5 grams of sugar? Iconic. I'm dancing too. You can't see me. You just have to take my word for it.
Hey guys, Viagra is not your only option. Growth sparks, act fast, and stay active longer. They aren't pills.
Enter Jack, sliding into his morning commute. Cool, calm, collected. Easy like a Sunday, even on a Monday. Briefs to boardroom in 10, game on. Workday crushed. Confidence off the charts. And tonight, he's not chasing the vibe. He's bringing it. Jack Archer. Style that goes the distance. Slide into style now with 15% off at jackarcher.com/TV.
(3-1) is the score. Top five. Kyle Hendricks on the bump, has 7 strikeouts. As we mentioned, past Gooby all time. But in fact, if this is his final game, he's tied the record for most strikeouts by an Angels pitcher. And what could potentially be their final career game. Alex Meyer, back in 2017, did it versus the Nationals. 7 Ks, 0 walks in 4 innings. 2 earned runs. The one that scored on the error by Guzman to extend the inning. Top of the order for Houston. They have the lead and they've gotten some help. With both Detroit and Cleveland losing. So a win and they will stay alive. If they win tonight and tomorrow, they ensure that they're alive going into the final day of the season.
He's painting that changeup still. That pitch count getting up a little bit, mainly because of all the strikeouts so far. It's the foul balls against him, but he's had a number of swing and misses. Another good change piece on the outside corner.
Count is 1-2. Still Seth up for the Halos here in the 5th. The Reds now control their destiny in the wild card. How about that? Talk about a team with the job that Tito Francona has done for them to stay alive.
Every time it seems like they're in trouble, they just have a solid game. And they've been pitching really well. I mentioned on the pregame show. Can you imagine if you're facing the Reds? It could have been easy call to strike there, the upper part of the strike zone. And you got to face Hunter Green the first game. That's not going to be fun. And that would more likely, looks like it would be the Dodgers.
Well, with the Mets losing, the Reds now control their destiny. It's good pitch. That's in there for strike 3. That's 8 strikeouts for the professor. Kyle Hendricks here at the Big A. The fans letting them know how much they appreciate it. Well, a big moment we will show you once again when he picked up number 7. We told you coming in where he needed the 7 strikeouts to pass Mark Gubicza. And don't let you think that a pitcher doesn't know how many Ks that he has. Super cool.
That was a good, I mean, that's still got some goosebumps thinking of that one too. Those conversations we've had all season long. It started in spring training, and this, he was picking my brain. I'm thinking there's not a lot left in that skull up there for me, but he was, as the professor, always trying to figure it out. We just talked about how to keep your legs strong, how to, keep focus, how to set up hitters, just all those good conversations. So consider him a friend, and I'm so happy for him.
Really cool to be sitting here next to you and to watch that happen. It gives me goosebumps.
Yeah.
I mean, at this level, everything that you accomplished, everything that he has accomplished, both World Series champions, and that acknowledgement from Kyle Hendricks just shows you everything that he is about as a person.
Yeah, no question. It's one of those moments I'm going to remember forever because, I love watching him pitch from afar. And to have him put on an Angels uniform this year and be able to see that and being in a uniform with him in spring and him coming over and talking and this watching what he was doing with some of his young pitchers in the dugout. telling him how to turn the pitch over for a changeup, how to cut the changeup. These are priceless moments that everyone's got to take that opportunity to be able to just talk to him as much as possible.
That's why it's important to have veterans on any team. You know, the Angels, I mean, this many young players. Listen, Logan O'Hoppe is a young player. And there's some people around him that he can bounce ideas off of. You have Kelly Jansen that's out there in that bullpen with 475 career saves. You have Chris Taylor, who could play all kinds of positions for you and makes the right decision the majority of the time. It's good to see Travis in the dugout. He's been going through a lot with concussion protocols, so we wish him the very, very best.
And how big he has been with Logan O'Hoppe, how big he has been with the pitching staff. Travis d'Arnaud. It's like having two extra coaches with Kyle Hendricks and Travis d'Arnaud.
Correa at the plate, count is 1-2. And how cool would this be right here to finish off the fifth with a punch out? And not going to be easy because Carlos Correa can put the baseball in play, can hit it hard. Doesn't chase. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Orange County native through and through. Angels fan. Bleeds red. The 2-2. A chopper at the plate, foul ball.
That's pitching perfection right there. Runs a fastball in, a 4-seam fastball. Carlos Correa's looking to go the other way. So what's he do? He throws that fastball in far enough. He's not able to go inside out on it.
Number 2-8, the 2-2. Fouled away, a battle here to Wiley Vets. World Series champions who haven't faced each other all that often, as you brought up. There's a ground ball. Guzman is there. Oh, but he boots it. That's another error. That is disappointing. Too bad. Taylor-made ground ball. And the rookie unable to get a handle of that one. And Ray Montgomery is coming out to the mound.
I wonder if it's an opportunity for the crowd to give a standing ovation for Kyle. Or can he work his magic and say, I got one more?
Would love to hear him talk his way into this when he's got to face Christian Walker, if he does, who homered off him last time. Maybe it's giving him the opportunity to make his own decision on his own terms, and he does.
Love it. Best thing you can say to a manager, I'm your best option. I love that when you see a starting pitcher, I'm your best option. Now, go out and do the job right now for Kyle Hendricks.
It also shows some great respect that Ray Montgomery, who understands the moment and the game and playing all 162. And if ever a veteran could pick up his teammate, it's the professor. Christian Walker at the plate. Sinker at 86. Got the curveball, the changeup. He's had great command of all of his pitches. Only allowed 2 earned runs here tonight. And back in the 4th. That pitch count 107. Christian Walker. Christian Moore is there. Kyle Hendricks is through 5. at the Big A, partner, that's special.
That's awesome. I'm so happy for him.
If history has taught us anything, it's not to root against the underdog, against impossible odds. You don't stand down. You swing first. Kalshi.
People said I didn't look like your average football player. He had more of an accountant look, but I saw the field differently. And when I started wearing Warby Parker glasses in middle school, it all just clicked. All of a sudden, he's reading playbooks on the bus. Having good vision changed my life. There was also a great mentor. I think it was the glasses. Yeah, maybe.
TickPick had tickets so cheap, it actually got me out to a day game. Mrs. Claus thought I was at the North Pole Supermart. Nah, I hit checkout on these ticks faster than a sleigh on turbo mode. Girl's gonna lose it.
TickPick. Mythical fans, real savings.
So you're going to the game and you want to save money on tickets. You learn a trumpet, you're in the marching band. Bam, you're in.
Or we use Game Time. Zone deals literally show you the best value sections. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Game Time.
Keep on nailing and never miss it back. Enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
From one good guy on the mound in Kyle Hendricks to another in the field. Yesterday, Taylor Ward received the 2025 Baseball Writers Association of America LA Anaheim Chapter Good Guy Award prior to the game last night. This was the first annual version of this award, and he was unanimous.
You got it, Erica. Fly ball.
Oh, couldn't tell. Just wanted to.
Yep,
just wanted
sure.
to check. Just wanted to double check.
Line. You're right.
Anyways, Ward was a unanimous winner among the three regular beat writers for the Halos, and obviously the purpose of the award is to give it to somebody who's available and accountable. Taylor Ward always talks. He's always honest, good or bad, and they just wanted to show their appreciation for how accessible and how friendly he's been with the media for all of his time here with the Halos. So well deserved for Taylor Ward.
Indeed, a good guy, no doubt. First annual. First of many to come.
By the way, I'm just kind of looking in that dugout too, right by where Eric is at, and so many guys on the team are giving a hug to Kyle Hendricks. I mean, I'm having a tough time talking. That's such a great moment right there to see that respect for a guy that's been here for 1 year. How much love and respect he has for his teammates is incredible. 8 punch-outs for a team that doesn't strike out, by the way, a whole lot. That's how impressive he is.
And the pitch count, well up there. It's a season high as far as pitches thrown. For the second time over 100 this season. And he officially qualifies and goes 5, so he finishes with 164 and 2/3 innings pitched. Oh, that's well hit up the right field line for Christian Moore. And he turns the corner heading to second. Head first slide. He's in there. A one-out double.
2 really good swings. Remember that first rocket up the middle kind of got slowed down a little bit on the mound there. Altuve made a play on the here. Double going right down the right field line. So impressive for the youngster Christian Moore.
Seen that opposite field percentage go up in the last month. A big change.
That's inside-out approach. That's how you become a star where we all expect him to be. I'm not getting Kyle Hendricks a W
How
here
about
somehow.
it? Thinking the same thing.
There you go. There you go.
That's going to be an RBI double for Guzman. Christian Moore comes in to score. So the youngsters looking to pick up the veteran Kyle Hendricks. It's 3-2. Now the tying run at second base with 1 out.
A quick hands on that one there. Again, another sweeper. Looked like got a lot of the strike zone. Well, that was actually his changeup. It hasn't been hit a whole lot this year, but that changeup was.
So here we are, bottom of the 5th. Kyle Hendricks, who went 5 in what could be final start of a tremendous career. Allowed just 5 hits. Finishes his season at a 4.76 ERA. 5 of his last 6 starts, really, really good.
Yes. And everyone still is talking to him. He means so much to everyone in that dugout, clubhouse. How about the fans, the ovation he gave him coming off the field, too. His family being here. Get him a W.
Absolute chills. How cool would it be to see this young group come through for Hendricks right now, and how much he's beloved on that team. A little opposite field hit. Let's see. Stay fair. Oh, foul ball.
Wow, that was super, super close. Definitely foul, right on the line, seeing it.
So close to 3 straight doubles and a tie game.
Maybe 2 opposite field doubles by the youngsters. Just went foul.
Man, that is close.
Yeah, just foul.
Great idea for Teodosio to, make it at this level. Obviously, his defense is tremendous, right? It's A+. The bat, for it to play, he's got to find a way to make things happen, use his speed. That's why they got him working on the bunt so much before the game. Keep the defense honest.
Just shorten up, make contact. That's what you want from him.
What an opportunity for him this offseason. Get into camp with some sort of improvement with his confidence level, playing 50 games, the major league level, to finish off 2025. Off the plate, 3-1.
Good take on that one also. The Astros, this game being so important, you don't know how long even though the pitch count is still so good for Alexander. This is basically 7th game of a divisional or World Series for them. They have to find a way to win this game. Got some room in that right side of the infield if he just punches it that way.
Count is full to Teodosio. The Astros can have a starting pitcher listed for tomorrow or Sunday, most likely a bullpen game. Hunter Brown already pitched. They finally snapped a 5-game losing streak, and they got a win over the Athletics. They've lost 7 in a row to the Athletics. Essentially put them in the situation they are in now. Obviously, a ton of injuries.
Guzman on good speed, but you're in scoring position right now. Worst case scenario, you're still having Shonewell come up.
2 down, swing and a miss on the changeup. So inches away from a tie game. Now 2 down.
That was a real good changeup. That's that swing and miss changeup he has, and that looks like it's going to be it. Left on left. That's why lefty was up for Shonewell.
So Shonewell coming up, a lefty coming in, 2 down here in the 5th. The Angels rally.
Kansas City's hot. They are relentless. And Bobby Witt Jr. is piping hot.
One big swing from the Royal superstar.
The greatest player on earth right now.
You become like a massive, massive force.
Salute indeed to El Capitan.
You have to work more. You have to sacrifice yourself more.
That's the type of baseball that wins come postseason.
Just the team that we have, just doing things one pitch at a time, one inning at a time. It's just so much fun.
The 611 Podcast meets MLB Network. Join longtime teammates and former MVPs Jimmy Rollins and Ryan Howard, plus other former players for unfiltered conversations about baseball, culture, and life. Only on MLB Network.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive. A showstopper.
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not? The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Angels Baseball on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by Spectrum. Get Spectrum Internet, mobile, and TV. Visit Spectrum.com for details. And by Jack in the Box, the mastermind behind the Monster Churro, Monster Mozzarella Stick, and Monster Tacos.
By the way, how incredible a moment is that? Mike Trout giving that hug like that to Kyle Hendricks. Barry Enright, same thing. He's like having a second pitching coach with him there. Wow. That Mike Trout embrace with Kyle Hendricks is literally off the charts.
I hope he just gets to stick around in the dugout all night and just soak it in. So here's Shonowell facing Stephen Oker. Career highs at innings, appearances, and strikeouts this season.
A whip of 0.89, but yeah, the right guy with runners in scoring position up.
Checking those numbers, seeing he's hitting .310 with runners in scoring position and .279 versus lefties. And a good count here, 2-0.
Stay on the baseball. He's got that pretty good amount of room out there to left center and right center, really, especially right center, the pole.
So 3-0 with Mike Trout on deck. Seems like a situation where you take to probably get that same pitch, 3-1.
Yeah, with Mike Trout on deck, I think you're definitely taking here. You know, I'm a big believer in that 3-0 swing, but not with Mike Trout waiting on deck after that last swing he had.
Nope. Let's see if he goes to the slider here, 3-1.
I think he might try to sneak a fastball now.
Back to the slider, and it's foul. We got ourselves a full count.
Kind of tied him up on that one. It was an elevated slider, too.
Denzer Guzman at second base. Olin Shonowell at the plate.
The rule of thumb is that whatever you throw 3-1, there's a good chance you throw 3-2.
See the triple up on the slider. Fly ball. Score remains 3-2. Oker gets out of the jam. We head to the 6th.
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan, and a star-studded roster for a preview of all the night's matchups. Get a first look at the lineups.
Everything looks good right now for the Yankees.
First take from the players.
I'm just excited to put any pair of cleats on.
And the first of many breakdowns every game night. A full night of baseball starts at 5. MLB Tonight's national pregame show, live at 5 Eastern on MLB Network. The 611 Podcast meets MLB Network. Join longtime teammates and former MVPs Jimmy Rollins and Ryan Howard, plus other former players for unfiltered conversations about baseball, culture, and life. Only on MLB Network.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
A showstopper.
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not? The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
SoCal Hyundai dealers again tomorrow. Angels.com/promotions has more details.
Good buddy Dennis Frederick is retiring after the game at 83 years old. He's been an usher since 2015. Was a season seat holder for a number of years. Janice's wife and his 4 kids. Great man. It's, I mean,
yeah,
we get a chance. We're so lucky to be able to have conversation with all the ushers around the stadium and people that you come to see when you drive into the ballpark. Just the conversation, how friendly they all are. But congratulations, Dennis. Tremendous time here.
Yeah, that really is one of the great perks of the job is the people that you're able to meet, come across, and talk with. And everybody here at the Big A, they care so much about this team. You just stop and just talk baseball with them, and they love it.
Yeah,
absolutely. Congratulations.
That smile on his face.
What's he going to do now?
He's going to watch Halo baseball next year and see if they get back to the postseason.
Hope so. Surprise position he's given up right there with the straw hat. It's a good gig. Tough if you get it. Hey there.
There he is, yes.
That's tremendous. He's got the good spot with the TV. So Jay Silseth is on the bump. It's pretty nasty sweeper slider to Zach Cole. 8 strikeouts for Kyle Hendricks. 5 innings. Over 100 pitches.
Just a tremendous effort by Kyle tonight.
That's what you want, right? He just empty the tank out there. The manager coming out, fought to stay in after the error by the shortstop. He picked him up and got out of it. And Halos got closer and had an opportunity to tie, if not take the lead, and put him in line for the win. That would have been some story. Still a great one nonetheless.
Trying to get him to go after that splitter. And we saw Cole go after the changeup by Kyle Hendricks out of the zone the first at bat and punched him out. We're watching all those things even down from that bullpen.
There's another strikeout. Some firm fuzz there from Silseth. Back-to-back Ks. Bring up Cam Smith and we'll give you a quick word from Hyundai.
Charge up to 178 miles in just 15 minutes. How it should be.
10 strikeouts for the Astros tonight. A bit unusual. It's a bit of a role reversal. Only 4 so far for the Angels who lead baseball. But the Astros, this is a must-win situation for them. I heard Carlos Correa say before the game yesterday against the Athletics that they have to give everything that they've got every single game. Baseball's a tough game though, right? You can't just outwork the other team. You
no,
outthink them.
A lot of times you need your stars to lead the way. So far in this game, Mike Trout got the Halos right back on the board with that home run, and all of a sudden now you got yourself a ball game, and he's leading off the next inning.
Dropped his 24th of the season. Certainly the The big homer was number 400 2 homers ago.
The back-to-back games, rockets, though, he's hit out.
Pretty cool to see the baseball bat that Mike presented all of his teammates and all of the Angels staff. It said his name and the date and the 400th home run, old hickory bat that he signed, each and every one of them.
That's the kind of guy Mike Trout is. Fans see it all the time, signing autographs. Even when he's walking in the on-deck circle to go ahead, facing a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. But he still understands how important that is, that connection for a player and a fan.
Off the glove of Silset. And Christian Moore is there. And to see Chase come in and get a 1-2-3 top of the 6th. Trout coming up.
Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by the all-star lineup of Chevy trucks. Available wherever you get your podcasts.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
For the 1,000th time together, welcome into MLB Central.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
That foot's just a kickstand. Bang!
Interviews with the players.
I had a coach that kind of called me an alien. Skinny guy, fast, big head.
And a little bit.
I don't have cologne today.
Open it on your own like a man. Of everything else. The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
A showstopper.
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
But in honor of 400 earlier today, Mike Trout gifted some commemorative bats to every single member inside the Angels clubhouse. That includes players, coaches, staff, support staff, all of them getting these bats in honor of hitting his 400th career home run. The special part, you see the signature on there, that wasn't printed. Mike signed each of those bats individually as a keepsake for all of the people responsible and around for him hitting 400.
That is, I mean, imagine receiving that bat from Mike Trout. I mean, that's something you will treasure forever.
Erica had to quickly lay out there because last time Trout swung at the first pitch. You hit a home run first time on a first pitch. He hit a first pitch homer since June 18th of 2023. Did that at Kansas City. And he absolutely crushed a sweeper. Jason Alexander last time up. Stephen Okert on the bump here.
Trying to elevate fastball there. Trout had a good swing to pitch before.
Mike finds himself in a good place mentally right now. I know it's been tough with the strikeout rate, the percentage, the highest in baseball among qualifying hitters, but just wants to go into this offseason recognizing the spin, recognizing where these pitches are located. Nothing to do with his vision. It's absolutely fine, as we have seen of late.
It's all about getting that momentum going forward for him, so he has both his eyes to be able to track the baseball.
And that is hammered to right field, but playable for Smith. Trout didn't miss, catching a gap right there.
And what I mean by that, Patrick, going forward, he was like leaning back at times, so it's turning his head, so it's not as clear a vision for him to see the baseball. Now he's got that back leg going where he's going forward enough where he's seeing a better vision on the baseball.
Yeah, it makes sense. He keeps talking in very technical terms. It was a great press conference with Mike because he went into such detail over the struggles and the challenges that he has been facing at the plate. We haven't heard Mike dive so deeply into, this art of hitting for him. One of the game's greatest hitters for so long. At the end of the day, he's human. He's been grinding. Get him back to form for 2026.
Kind of power in these next two guys right here with 36 and 37 home runs to be able to tie or even take the lead.
Taylor drew a walk last time up. Joe hit into a double play. Just a bit out in front of that one. Heads up.
Look around. This is a big crowd. There it is right there. The two talking defense and Torrey Hunter, Teodosio. It's invaluable to have these conversations.
Looks like that conversation's about hitting. Torrey Hunter was so good. Look at his numbers and tell me it's not Hall of Fame caliber. I'd argue that.
So often we talk about how lucky players are today to get all this information, all the data, and it's priceless. But these conversations add on to that. So you get all the information as far as what you look for as a hitter, what you're trying to do is reads in the outfield, but then you have Torrey Hunter right next to you talking with you. Makes you that much better. It's almost like in spring training where you have great players come visit and they just help with that wealth of knowledge that they have. Like an Albert Pujols, Vlad Guerrero was down there in spring. It's great when you have that chance to see those and hear from them.
Well, certainly it was Torrey Hunter that moved to right field from center when Trout broke into the big leagues. Looks like we have a pitching change with Joe Adell coming up and Taylor Ward at first base. 3-2, Astros, top 6.
Off Base is coming in a brand new format. Join Lauren Gardner and Xavier Scruggs as they explore all the baseball buzz across social media, pop culture, and around the majors. The Off Base Podcast, all season long, only on MLB Network.
We got our hands up in the air, 'cause it's a party. We having fun here, 'cause it's a party. Oh my, this guy is next level. Oh my goodness.
Lots of great baseball coming, and good guess, by the way.
Play baseball like I'm still a young kid, like a little teenager.
Good luck trying to hit that, man. It's unhittable.
What a moment. This is the show that never ends.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Nissan. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
Think you know Kyle Schwarber?
He's not playing lawyer ball. He's looking to do damage and hit home runs. Kyle Schwarber gets it. And that's why, despite not being our prototype, he's one of our very favorite players.
Get in the know with MLB Now on MLB Network.
Love you. Miss you.
Wish you absolutely the best, Don, and congratulations, and thank you so very much. All that you have done for us. Not a shocker, though we wish him well. Let's take a look at our Kia player profile tonight and the improvements for Joe Adell from one season to the next. It's absolutely monumental.
I mean, hitting breaking balls, hitting fastballs, hitting baseballs to right center field, pulling the baseball a long way, dead center field, mashing. And the key is when you look back at his, maybe about his first 96 at-bats of the season, where he was hitting a lot of baseballs hard, but on the ground. And batting average under 200, just a couple home runs, and that his adjustments he made in his swing to start lifting the baseball was huge for him.
Couldn't pull the trigger on that sinker at 96. Counts 1-2. One-on-one out. And a one-run game here tonight at the Big A in front of a big Friday night crowd.
8th game, it's not allowed an earned run yet. He's got a live arm, man. He runs that baseball up there 96, 97 from that arm angle. Throw a cutter and a slider also.
Adell was looking for a fastball, long run for Altuve, and he's able to make the play. 2 down. Taylor Ward advances into scoring position now for Luis Rengifo. Baseball's so hard. The guy's throwing nearly 100.
This for a young pitcher like this in this moment where your season really is on the line. It's your 8th game.
Jaden Murray with 50 appearances with AAA affiliate Sugar Land. ERA of 4.64. The Astros saw something. Mentioned earlier, Rengifo with a 10-game hitting streak versus the Astros. Geefy, a down year offensively, but this is the most games he has played in the big leagues. Most at-bats he has had. The numbers down just a little bit. It's off to a slow start. And certainly a big at-bat here late in the season.
The one pitch of late, though, you've seen a lot of that down and in. You know, last year or two, he's been real good as far as laying off that pitch. And when he gets it in the strike zone, he can turn on it. The key is not going out of the strike zone and chasing that below the knees. That down and in breaking ball.
Little tapper to first base. Walker is there. That will end the Angels' threat in the 6th.
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan, and a star-studded roster for a preview of all the night's matchups. Get a first look at the lineups.
Everything looks good right now for the Yankees.
First take from the players.
I'm just excited to put any pair of cleats on.
And the first of many breakdowns every game night. A full night of baseball starts at 5. MLB Tonight's national pregame show, live at 5 Eastern on MLB Network.
I want to talk about the Angels. They're my big surprise team of 2025.
The Angels make sure the halo will shine brightly tonight.
The energy level and the swag and the confidence.
It is Trevor here.
Game's on notice.
Magneto magnificent.
High octane. It is fuel. It is hot. It's coming at you in a big way.
It was 105.5 miles an hour.
No way.
The Halos are unstoppable right now. It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game.
A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
A showstopper.
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit them.
These teams are entertaining, are they not? The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Up to date on all things Angels by following your team on social media. Visit angels.com/social for a list of all the team's accounts and to enjoy exclusive content all off-season. Definitely tip of the cap to the Angels social media team. They were working tirelessly, Gooby, on all the last road trips, waiting for Trouty to get to 400.
They had some mileage.
Yes, they certainly did. They almost thought maybe it's us jinxing him. But not the case. Great job. It's a lot of fun stuff you do. Jose Fermin is on for the Angels. A really nice job by Chase Silseth, who's auditioning.
Yeah, he's been, for the most part, he's thrown the ball really well. He's, that fastball's been good. His splitter, his sweeper were solid. Speaking of sliders and firm fastball, 40th game for Jose Fermin.
He's going to 40th. He has been pitching a lot. A little bit of injury issues. Big man.
When you put it in perspective, he had 8 games in Double-A. That's it. And he's in the show.
His early 20s. Facing the 8-9 hitters for the Astros before Altuve comes up in a must-win situation for the Astros. They got a little bit of help with Cleveland and Detroit losing, but both of those teams have the tiebreaker. So essentially, Houston needs they need a sweep to really have a realistic chance of sneaking in the back door of the wild card in the American League.
National League isn't quite done yet either with the Reds and the Mets. Diamondbacks now behind in their game against San Diego. They were up 2-0, now behind 6-2. That would be a crusher for them.
That certainly would. And it would come down to Cincy and the New York Mets. Marias fly ball to left field. Taylor was there for the first out. Remind everybody, stick around for the 7th inning stretch brought to you by Spectrum. We'll take a peek at some of the craziness going on in the American League and National League as we are in the final weekend and so much on the line. And it's really everything that baseball had hoped for when they added these extra playoff teams. You want these meaningful games in the final weekend of the season. This is why you get big crowds out here like this.
This is how you start growing as a young player, too, in my opinion.
That's another fly ball. Teodosio, who broke back, but he's got the wheels to get into that one for the second out. And with Jose Altuve. Altuve 0 for 3 tonight with a couple of strikeouts, both looking. Those were 2 of the 8 strikeouts from Kyle Hendricks. So we got to get you and Kyle together. I assume tomorrow would be a good opportunity for the photo op.
Yeah, I can't wait. I still can't stop thinking about that. I mean, I mean, this is the embrace with Mike Trout and Kyle when he came off the mound, finished that inning.
I mean, for you to have pitched at the highest level for as long as you did, and then be up here in the booth representing the Angels for as long as you have. Have you experienced a moment like that in your career?
I mean, I'm still, it's tough. I mean, it's wild. I mean, it's a special moment I'll treasure forever. I mean, I love being in this position, but to have that connection with the guys in that dugout, especially Kyle Hendricks, and as great of a pitcher he is. I mean, I know sometimes we use that word great to a lot of different people, but he's a great pitcher. He is a pitcher, not a thrower. He is a pitcher, and there's a lot to love about him, and he's a phenomenal human being.
Think about what he was able to accomplish this year. He's already got the World Series title, and as this season got in the late stages in the second half, realized that the Angels are not going to make the playoffs. This guy's still out there working, teaching, taking the ball, 31 starts. He reached 100 wins this year, He reached 300 starts in his career, 1,000 strikeouts, all in an Angels uniform in his first year here with the Halos. And quite possibly, with all the hugs and all the emotion that we're seeing down there, quite possibly, we'll wait to let Kyle tell us the last of his career, and to see that moment between the two of you, really, for me, one of the highlights of my career, without a doubt. How long I've known you, and to see that, and
thank you, Taddy.
To actually see it, to see him look up at you. It's a fraternity that not many humans, like 0.0001%, if not less, understand what it's like to do what you guys did. You laid it all out there on the line. That's just such a touch of class from both of them.
He's the best. That's all I can say. He's the best.
2-out walk. Hate to see that. He's Bisak Paredes.
Especially how well he has swung to that.
It's worth another look. In case you're just joining us, this is after the 7th strikeout, which passes Mark Ubazagudu. Yeah. Look at this. That's just tremendous stuff. You just don't see that every day. You don't, man. I love you like a brother. I'm so happy to have seen that in a tight game, in a meaningful game for. I haven't talked to Kyle Hendricks a bunch this year. I let these guys do their work, but man, he has been so kind to me. And just looks you in the eye and says hello. And these guys got work to do.
Special person, just a special human being.
A lot of respect for him and his family, and whatever he decides to do. If this is it, he's going to be a success. He could beat us both on the golf course too. That's for sure.
Yes.
All right, fastball in there. Let's finish this off for Jose Fermin. Look at this. Some of Isaac Paredes' numbers versus the Angels.
Yes,
Yikes.
and it's especially in a count like this, and a guy that pulls the baseball a lot. You can see where Taylor Ward is playing. But that 98 will slow that down a lot. You see where Taylor Ward is playing. He's pulling. Now he's moving over a little bit more so to left center, but he gets a lot of his power is pull power, especially when he's at home in Houston.
I saw Teodosio and Adele also take a step or two to their left. Specifically, Adele basically stayed put. Paredes coming in with a over 1,000 OPS versus the Angels, and he's 0 for 3, and he's wanting that fastball. His injury, his hamstring injury, to miss 50-60 games really hurt Houston.
I mean, when you think about that too, your lower half, which he uses quite a bit, not as strong, so he's using these really with his hands right now.
That's right. There's no way he is 100%. Right to Taylor Ward in his tracks, couple of steps, and he is able to retire the side. Jose Fermin coming in and doing the job. We'll be back with the Spectrum 7th inning stretch after the sprint.
For the Smith family, weeknights are full of activities. But Jim and Janie forgot about the most important one, dinner. But with Home Chef, dinner's never a plot twist. With all the fresh ingredients you need delivered to your door and flavors the whole family will love, your easy 4-serving dinners get rave reviews every night of the week. All thanks to Home Chef's family menu. Get 18 free meals when you visit homechef.com.
TickPick had tickets so cheap, it actually got me out to a day game. Mrs. Claus thought I was at the North Pole Supermart. Nah, I hit checkout on these ticks faster than a sleigh on turbo mode. Girl's gonna lose it.
TickPick. Mythical fans, real savings.
So you're going to the game, and you want to save money on tickets. You learn a trumpet, you're in the marching band. Bam, you're in.
Or we use Game Time. Zone deals literally show you the best value sections. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Game Time.
play the Reds in a short series when you got Hunter Green possibly pitching game one, depending on what he's going to be set up in the rotation going forward.
It'd be fun to see De La Cruz also on the biggest stage, without a doubt. Your thoughts on the game we have here tonight?
It's a good battle right here. Kyle Hendricks did his job. Mike Trout got it going. The youngsters, a couple doubles.
Hoppy frustrated, slams the bat down off the end of the bat. And there's one out. Really want the Angels to be playing meaningful games for themselves in the near future.
Yes.
And listen, it was a tough stretch on that road trip where they went 1-9. And despite that, they have an 8-game improvement over last season. And I think for Halo fans, you're like, okay, but that's 10 losing seasons in a row. However, Zach Neto and Nolan Shonowell, and you look out there with Jose Soriano, and Kikuchi came over and he did an excellent job. A sub-4 ERA, give up a ton of hits. He's going to be better. I think that this team with some ads and with O'Hoppe working on something in the offseason can come back and be in contention at this time next year.
This kid is going to be a big part of the success of the club right here.
That's right. Christian Moore.
Really should have had 2 hits today already.
This is why for him he got sent back down. And he wasn't happy about it, right? But he had to get a reset between the years. And he came back up. And this has been this is what he needed for his growth and development, to have himself a strong offseason to approach 2026 thinking, I'm there to be an everyday player next year.
I mean, you think about the infield, how young but how strong it is. When you got Shonowell, Moore, Neto in your infield, it's pretty strong. That's a good at bat right there. Patient at bat, work the walk. He's got good speed. He's got a couple stolen bases. His defense has really improved as the season has gone along. Ryan Goins deserves a lot of credit for that, along with the defense for Shonowell. Ryan Goins has done a great job with both of those guys. And Zach Neto also.
Guzman with an RBI double last time up. That's when the Angels cut into the lead. Back-to-back doubles. Like Trout has a home run in this game. Very tight here, bottom of the 7th, 3-2. Tying run aboard. Guzman with a couple of home runs on the season. His first in the bigs. Get down, base hit. Christian Moore is going to turn. He's going to test the arm. Tight play at third. Out at third base. Tries to take the extra bag, and he's thrown out as Cole guns him down.
That's an incredible throw. Incredible throw.
Angels out of challenges. They lost that early.
I mean, you can't do this any better than Cole did. He got behind that throw, and it's a one-hop perfect throw. You see the tag right on the hand as he got on the bag.
Incredible.
You're forcing him to make a perfect throw, and he threw a perfect throw. I don't think there's anything wrong with that aggressive base running at all. I think it was just an outstanding, everything about that throw by Cole was perfect. The way he charged the baseball, the way he got behind the baseball, it was a perfect throw.
Glad to hear you say that. Didn't have to ask. Christian Moore showing the aggressiveness, and unfortunately thrown out. And we got ourselves a pitching change in a game that means everything for the Houston Astros, and the Angels trying to spoil things.
Wearing regular shoes feels this cramped. Or Glide Step wide fit, hands-free Skechers slip-ins feel like this. With Skechers slip-ins, just step in, no bending down, no touching my shoes. Try wide fit Skechers slip-ins.
I'll give you this brand new
electric vehicle
if you can prove to me you know your finances. How many subscriptions are you paying for?
Just 3.
You sure? Let's download the Rocket Money app right now and see if you're right. It's actually 21 subscriptions, which is costing you around $370 a month.
The app is telling you all this?
Rocket Money shows you all your expenses in one place and even helps you suggest a budget based on your past spending. Don't worry about the 21 subscriptions. You can cancel them right within the app. It'll even try and get you some of your money back.
SiriusXM's The Leadoff Spot is now on MLB Network. Join Steve Phillips and former MLB players Xavier Scruggs and Eduardo Perez for a recap of the night's action, preview of the day ahead, plus in-depth baseball interviews all season long on MLB Network.
Our thank you fan sale at the Angels Stadium team store. You get up to 50% off jerseys, hats, shirts, jackets, and more. Visit angels.com/team store for hours. Make sure to stop by and take part in our thank you fan sale with up to 50% off. Again, at the Angels Stadium team store. Now, through the end of the season. Big crowd here tonight.
Yes,
nice
really big crowd.
Jersey giveaway. Tomorrow you get the team photo. Fan appreciation night. Big fireworks show afterwards. I'll be here with you for one more. We've got a pinch hitter, and it's the veteran Chris Taylor is going to pinch hit for Teodosio.
Looked like initially if the right-hander was in, it was going to be Moncada. Bring in the lefty Brian King, his 68th appearance. We're seeing so many bullpen arms. 60, 70 appearances this year.
Healthy hat. Foul back on the four-seamer.
Generally off the bench, you're looking first pitch fastball, you're going to be up there hacking, and he was.
Taylor lines that to right field. It's slicing away, and it drops for a base hit. We are tied. The veteran, Chris Taylor, picking up the veteran, Kyle Hendricks.
I love that, too. When you think about a player like Chris Taylor, he is so important for this team. He missed some time twice with his hand, that hand fractured. He knows how to play the game, and he's how to win. That's the kind of guy you want to keep around in the future. You're talking about a winning culture. It's inside outs, still able to be strong enough to fight that one off. And by the way, Kyle Hendricks able to get a no decision.
Well deserved. Great effort here by the Halos. All square 3-3. We got ourselves a ball game. 0-1 to Nolan Shonowell, top of the order. Tough lefty-lefty matchup. Shonowell always ready for the challenge. Homer last night. Ground ball. Handled at third. Going the short way. But the Angels with Chris Taylor off the bench. RBI ties it up. Sports Network is brought to you by the OC Healthcare Agency. Navigate to a healthier you at angels.ocnavigator.org. And by the OC Auto Show, hundreds of the hottest new vehicles and more. The OC Auto Show, September 25 through 28. Blaine with the chief photographer with some great shots. He is a tireless worker. And to see some of those great moments right there. Brock Burke is on. 69 games this year for Brock. Really has been very, very good out of the bullpen.
Solid fastball, but a good slider and changeup.
I mean, for him to post up all season long, take the ball all the time.
Good slider there.
To know where that is. If I was Brock, of course, if he would have challenged that.
Yes.
I think he probably would have. If you have one remaining at this stage of the game. I really think with the challenge system, Gooby, next year, you got to have one in your pocket late in the game.
Yes.
You know what? Just you don't need to call it early. Just treat the game like normal. And then when you get to tight situations, you know, you're going to run into some games that are blowouts and you might not even use them at all. And this, that's up down there.
Watch that dugout. Very big. Is Taylor out in center field now after that big clutch pinch hit to tie the game up.
Well, that's a good piece of hitting right there by Carlos Correa.
So many hits the other way with the Astros now.
Go ahead run aboard. 2 strike. Opposite field line drive base hit. I mean, that is so hard to do. To see how the batting average is dropping baseball from no strikes, 1 strike to 2 strikes. It's huge difference. Bring up Christian Walker, who's homered in this game. I mentioned the strikeouts with runners on leads baseball. Oh, I hope he's okay. That is a line drive, and it goes right to Shonowell for the out, but that hit him square.
That's right in the lower back.
Oh, that is a shame. Man. His back.
That was 106 miles per hour off the bat when you say it often. When you release the baseball, about 52 feet at most away from the batter.
Look at it again and listen.
Hit it right in the hip.
There's less meat.
See that right on the hip.
Ouch. And he is tough as nails if he could stay in after that. You need to give me an example of what's going to tighten up and how quickly. That's going to be his,
I mean, it's either
his plant leg,
yes.
Right? He pushes off on. Goes in there and throws 190. He's good.
Wow. Man, I don't know how he's doing that one. That's how tough he is. Now the key is he still has the adrenaline going. He's still moving. He's still warm. Just try to get through this inning, but then when you get to that dugout, that's when it really starts to step it up and become extremely sore.
Some PTSD for you as well. That 1-3, right? He gets an assist on there.
Yes, he does.
All right, let's see him power through. 1 down. Correa at second, representing the go-ahead run.
That's why you're going to have to keep an eye on this on the finish and the delivery.
Niner Diaz has gone double-double in this game. He is 2 for 3. Also scored a run. RBI.
98-mile-an-hour fastball out there, an 88-mile-an-hour changeup.
Adrenaline for sure.
Diaz has hit the ball extremely hard. His first 2 at-bats, 2 for doubles. That's a good decision. Try to see if he go upstairs and try to chase another fastball. It was a 90-mile-an-hour changeup. So 88, 90 on his changeup, 98 on his fastball.
There's a ground ball, Rengifo. Strong throw, and he gets him at first, 2 down.
Solid play there by Rengifo. Kind of a little tricky hop on that one, too.
But that baseball had some spin on it. That'll bring up Zach Cole, unless the Astros are going to the bench. Victor Caratini and Barry Enright coming out to talk about the situation because we have a pinch hitter for Zach Cole. Caratini is getting loose, and we'll give you a quick word from Jack in the Box.
My Monster Munchies, monster-sized flavor at the fun-sized price of $3 each.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Oh man, just to cap it off to get Kenley Jansen in this game. To try to close the door if the Angels can get out of this inning and take the lead and bring him in. Let's go. I'm here for it. So Correa with a leadoff single, and then that line drive off the hip. 106. The hip of Burke gets the out at first.
Extremely aggressive on the first pitch. That's nasty. You can't throw a pitch any better than that. Backdoor slider. Knowing the hitter's up there aggressive generally on the first pitch. That's that. Guarantee that was the conversation with Barry Enright with him.
At 0-2. And slider changeup. Certainly you want to change the eye level, get him to chase something out of the zone. Is it the changeup up? Is that fastball out of the zone here?
I think he's going to try to elevate his fastball here.
And the 1-2 is lifted to center field. Chris Taylor a few steps in. What a job by Brock Burke.
Now get him a W. He's got 6 of them. He might be the good luck charm.
Trout leading off. Stay right there.
Never clean your gutters again with LeafGuard. LeafGuard's seamless design keeps leaves, pests, and sediment out while directing water away from your home, preventing wood rot and foundation decay, giving you peace of mind that your home and family are protected from water damage with the industry's premier maintenance-free gutter system. Call 844-6LeafGuard right now for 75% off installation plus $200 off your purchase. LeafGuard, get it today. Protected for life.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play!
An absolute beast unleashed.
You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss, yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing it, never miss it back, enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
3-3, bottom 8. I think we got the right guy at the plate. Mike Trout has homered in this game. That was on a first pitch slider. First time he's homered on a first pitch in a couple of years. Plus, the lefty king remains on the hill for the Astros in a must-win game. The Angels with an opportunity to spoil it.
Trying to stay upstairs with his fastball. It's not an overpowering one, but he's trying to stay just at the top of the zone. And Trout not expanding for him. Should get another fastball here. See if he can bring it down just enough.
That is hit well out to right center field. Let's go! And it's gone! Number 403 for Mike Trout, second of the night. And more importantly, it gives the Halo.
Against the Astros to boot for Trout. 2-home-run game.
Man, that is cool. I tell you what, that's as good as it gets. High fives, former teammate Torrey Hunter in there, and just feel great for Mike. You really do.
What a swing. Two-home-run game for Trout. 25 on the season now. 32nd in his career versus the Astros.
Time for our Arco top-tier play. Just had a feeling, didn't you? Look at him going the other way. A missile.
Got that fastball down, and he crushed it out. Good patience, didn't help him out.
Ward out to right field, coming in with Smith to make the play. One out. '30th multi-homer game of his career, which is a franchise record. Fourth this season. Knocks out King, gives the Angels the lead. I have a feeling.
I want to talk about the Angels. They're my big surprise team of 2025.
The Angels make sure the halo will shine brightly tonight.
The energy level and the swag and the confidence.
It is Trout here.
Game's on notice.
Magneto magnificent.
High octane. It is fuel. It is hot. It's coming at you in a big way.
It was 105.5 miles an hour.
No way.
The Halos are unstoppable right now.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Good morning. Love spending our day with you.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Let your swing get you back to 50-50.
Interviews with the players.
Ball game. This is game-changing, people.
If I ever get the chance to do this, I'm never saying no.
And a little bit.
It's a scam. No one's that happy. This is a look
of everything else. The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network. Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
For the 1,000th time together, welcome into MLB Central.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
That foot's just a kickstand. Bang!
Interviews with the players.
I had a coach that kind of called me an alien. Skinny guy, fast, big head.
And a little bit.
I don't have cologne today.
Open it on your own like a man.
Of everything.
How about Mike Trout going yard again, twice. Let's go back to Hyundai Key for the game today. One more time, giving the Halos the lead against the Astros. Dead center, right center, Trout. Incredible, 403 in his career, 25 home runs on the season.
A 2-0 fastball. Tried to sneak another by him. And tough. Brian Abreu is on right now, facing Joe Adell. And Kenley Jansen up in the bullpen. Angels with the lead and looking to stick the dagger right in the heart of the Astros. They have made 8 trips in a row to the postseason. A couple of championships in there. 475 career saves and 3 away from 3rd all time. That's where Lee Smith currently sits in MLB history. Fly ball left field. And Trammell just in. Handles that one. There's 2 down. I mean, this game, Gooby, you get Kyle Hendricks with all the emotions surrounding what could very well be. We'll wait to hear from him. His last start ever in Major League Baseball. Home turf. And then the hug that Mike gave him.
Yes.
And then Mike comes through and hits a leadoff home run. He'd already done it in that 4th inning, but then in the top of the 8th inning to give them the lead.
You know, sometimes you can't make this stuff up. You know,
I know.
That's the beauty of this game. Even though the Halos are not in that playoff conversation, they're out of it, but the Astros are, and they might be knocked out now.
Well, sharply hit, and a base hit gets through an 11-game hitting streak versus Houston for Luis Rengifo.
Still go back to the home runs Trout has hit against the Astros. We talk so often about how they pitched him so well, and they have.
And he's still
32 now career home runs against the Astros. 32. And I think he's looking at that swing too, as he should.
This is good for him, just to feel good about his swing, and he should. Logan O'Hoppe. Logan's 0 for 3. Love to add to the fun and pick up his 20th home run. Feel like he just missed earlier in the game, and high fly ball to left field. Slider in there, it's 1-1. First, beefy back. The approach at the plate tonight. 8 hits. They put the ball in play. They only have 4 strikeouts. The Angels do it. It's been a good game plan.
Yep.
And they battled back. They were down 3-0. Put up 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th.
Huge jump.
And he thought it's a great throw. My goodness, what a throw by Diaz. Great jump by Rengifo. He can't believe it. You can't, well, maybe you can challenge when you get to the 8th inning. No challenge. He was out. No challenge. And we go to Kenley Jansen coming in to pick up the save on a great night where we have seen Mike Trout go yard, not once, but twice. And the Angels lead this one 4-3.
Turn on baseball's national pregame show. MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan and a star-studded roster for a preview of all the night's matchups. Get a first look at the lineups.
You know the top 3 are getting there.
First take from the players.
Understanding what I do well, and it's used the whole field.
And the first of many breakdowns every game night. A full night of baseball starts at 5. MLB Tonight's national pregame show. Weekdays on MLB Network. The 611 Podcast meets MLB Network. Join longtime teammates and former MVPs Jimmy Rollins and Ryan Howard, plus other former players for unfiltered conversations about baseball, culture, and life. Only on MLB Network.
There's a shot.
This is really becoming ridiculous.
3-home run day for Aaron Judge.
Bronx Bombers are back.
Judge cranks one. Incredible. The show rolls on for Aaron Judge.
This is a generational player.
is a special, special talent. He's going to go down as the greatest Yankee of all time.
Crunch time here at the Big A. Ninth inning. This is winning time when the Halos lead 4-3 and looking to spoil things for the Astros. I want to remind everybody to stick around for our Angels Live postgame presented by OC Navigator with Erica West and Tim Salmon. And let's get some reaction.
Yes.
Man, love to hear from the professor. And Trouty. Kenley Jansen looking for his 29th save of the season. Let's check at some of his numbers, Scooby. He's had 13 seasons of 25 or more saves.
Yeah, I mean, and the other day, his cutter
from his career numbers, but his whip, he's got a sub-1 whip. And he's converted 28 of 29. And get closer to another 30 save season. Jesus Sanchez. Pinch hitting for Cam Smith. Talking to Sebastian Rivero, who was catching Kenley when he picked up his last save. It was 8 pitches, all strikes, and he took me through every sequence. He said it's a really challenging at-bat because of the hesitation. It's funky for hitters.
Look at that, paints it, cutter on the outside corner. Only with 6 career saves against the Astros.
It's the 0-2 to Sanchez.
There's that sinker that is upstairs. It's the, we should call it the reverse sinker.
Does it still have any sink action to it way up there?
It just has some ride to it, and that's a different look.
Yeah, it is.
Cutter.
It's a healthy swing from Sanchez. Definitely doesn't hold back on that one. There's Trout talking to hitting coach Johnny Washington.
Those two are always in a conversation.
Yes.
All the time. You gotta love it.
Yep.
So if you're a fan that came to this ballpark or you're watching at home,
I think you got your money's worth.
Yes, you did. And you got a jersey to boot if you're here.
Yes. It was everything really in a baseball game. You go to the yard, you never know what you're going to see. And you just saw some great stuff tonight. And a swing and a miss. A strikeout for Kenley. 1 down.
There's that sinker now again. It's upstairs. You expect some movement down, but no.
You can actually almost like pick up the rise on that in that angle. Arias at the plate. Moment. He's in there. He's looking to finish his 700th game. GF, the game finish, 700.
There it is, that cutter, 93.
What, and I know it seems impossible for it, but most games finish. Oh, look at you guys.
Look at those names.
Fingers.
Look at those Hall of Famers.
Austin Rivera finished 952. Looking to reach 700 here tonight. A check swing. He did it. Back-to-back Ks. Angels are one away from delivering the knockout blow to the Astros.
And he went again. That was that cutter this time upstairs. 94.
Mauricio Dubon with 2 outs. Found on its feet.
Just a little bit off the corner. When he's out there, it's all business. Kenley.
Hendricks went 5. Silseth for Mean. The job by Burke. Trout giving the Angels the lead. And Jansen looking for save 476. Fouled back. And 1 strike away.
Well, you mentioned Brock Burke. What a battle that was. He's got himself a chance. That's all he's done. He's the lucky charm.
And what win would it be?
Be a 7.
I'll see how it all comes full circle. Number 7.
7. Always a number 7.
2-2.
Fans are on their feet. Loving this game.
And you have fans certainly in Cleveland and Detroit that are tuning in. We welcome you as you are now Angels fans here tonight. The oohs and the ahs. This could do him in, the 2-2. Fouled back our way. Up above. I was there to make a play. Looking around the stadium, I mean, everybody is up for this moment. I better stand up too.
Please stand up.
Pretty good battle here with Dubon and Kenley not wanting to give in. Jose Altuve right there in the on-deck circle.
Yeah, you just want him leading off tomorrow.
Yes, you do. And the fans are on him. Let's just put it that way. Pitch number 10 coming here. A check swing, he sure did. Kenley Jansen says, ball game. Angels over the Astros 4-3. Save number 476. What a night.
Unbelievable. Kenley Jansen coming in and punching out the side. Mike Trout going yard twice. Kyle Hendricks being the professor, but Mike Trout, love seeing that smile. Look who's next to him right there. Professor Chaos is right by him. This is an unbelievable fun game. Great atmosphere at the ballpark. Loving it, the Halo fans here sticking around for this one and seeing some magic tonight.
Multi-homer game for Mike Trout. After he And the relief of getting 400 gives everybody a baseball bat commemorating that moment. And he homers not once. Now that's a first pitch slider that he hit out to lead off the 4th inning. But then with the game tied, Gooby in the 8th, he does this.
2-0 fastball, brought it down, then chased the first 2, lines it out right center for the go-ahead winning home run.
Games like this just shows you how much these Angels fans love this team. They come out to support this team in a big night, in a rivalry to knock the Astros out of the playoffs.
Puts a big dent in that playoff potential for the Astros. They got a little bit of a break with both the Tigers and the Guardians losing, but wow, what a job by Trout. Look at his teammates around him. Look at these guys here, how important that was. To be able to win this game, find a way to win. A lot of magical moments in this game.
Big pinch hit, RBI for Chris Taylor, talking to Trent down there as well.
Those are of so much importance to them, but your home run to give you guys the lead and eventually the win, what did it feel like in that moment?
Yeah, we know, they're still playing for something over there. We're just coming in every day, and, these last, couple games, this last series, just having some fun, trying to win some ball games.
You've talked a lot about your approach lately, but with the 2-homer game tonight, on your first one, aggressive on the first pitch, was that your plan, or did you just see a pitch that you liked?
Yeah, no, just ready to hit, and, he threw me one I can drive, so, yeah, it was good.
Tonight was obviously all about Kyle Hendricks in what maybe could have been his final start of his career. What was it like watching him go to work tonight on the mound?
Yeah, no, I've been on the other side when he was facing me, when I was facing him, and it's just a pleasure to watch him go out there and compete and locate. It's unbelievable career, and I'm just happy and grateful that he's my teammate.
It was really special to see him come into the dugout and greet all of you guys waiting for him. You had a big hug with him. What did you want to share with him in that moment?
Yeah, let's congratulate him. A hell of a career. Kind of knew it was coming. I didn't know it was official, but for him to stay out there and get the ball and, get that final out and, keep going out there, it's, like I said, it's fun to play behind him and be a teammate of that guy. And, he's out there always competing, and what an unbelievable career.
It was a pleasure to watch. Thanks for the time tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, guys.
All-time moment there. Trouty, he picked up the professor.
This was a lot of fun, partner. I tell you what, it really was. With this game, having this type of meeting, and still something to play for tomorrow for the Astros, and a chance for the Angels to come out and beat them once again. We'll step aside. We're not done yet. Be right back. We got hands up in the air, 'cause it's a party. We having fun here, 'cause it's a party. Oh my. This guy is next level. Oh my goodness.
Lots of great baseball coming, and good guess, by the way.
Play baseball like I'm still a young kid, like a little teenager.
Good luck trying to hit that, man. It's unhittable.
This is the show that never ends.
Talent-wise, with the Correas and the Royce Lewises and the Buxtons firing at the height of their power, they're probably the most talented team.
Royce Lewis puts his team on top.
Postseason monster, we all know that.
Grand slam, Carlos Correa.
With Byron Buxton, it's the tools, the speed, the power.
He knows one speed, and that's to go get it.
I think that we're a great team. I think we know we're a great team.
The Twins have the most talent in that division.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Good morning. Love spending our day with you.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Let your swing get you back to 50-50.
Interviews with the players.
All games. This is game-changing, people.
If I ever get the chance to do this, I'm never saying no.
And a little bit.
It's a scam. No one's that happy.
This is a
Great game tonight. Angels 4, Astros 3. Took 241, worth every minute and every penny, certainly. Back tomorrow for the final series of the season. And game 2 of this one, Angels taking on the Astros. Coverage starts at 6 p.m. with the pregame show, but don't go anywhere because our Angels Live postgame presented by OC Navigator with Erica Weston and Tim Salmon and all the reaction.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
A showstopper.
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues. Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
Yordan Alvarez is just becoming this consistent hitting machine.
The big man who wears 44 is 4 for 4.
Face of the franchise, everything that is Houston now.
He's top 5 in every category for the Houston Astros historically.
Always just assume they're going to play in the ALCS.
There's no effort. Boom.
And you can kiss that goodbye. That's a game winner.
Late inning heroics once again. He's a legend.
Unbelievable.
Remarkable night tonight at the ballpark for Kyle Hendricks and for Mike Trout as the Angels get the win. As we welcome you to Angels Live postgame presented by OC Navigator. Trout's 30th multi-homer game gives the Halos the lead. 4-3 your final score in what is a must-win situation for the Houston Astros as we welcome you back inside the ballpark alongside Tim Salmon, Erica Weston with you. Fish, what a night.
Great night. I mean, great night of baseball. The Angels came to play tonight. We saw our hero finally get on track. That looks like the Mike Trout of old right there, smiling. That was awesome to see. Carried the club tonight. Of course, Kyle Hendricks, so much to talk about there. Just a great night overall to take the first game against the Astros, and really meaningful games for them. I mean, this is they're on a lifeline right now.
Yeah, the Astros are fighting for their playoffs lives. We'll dive into the updated standings in just a little bit. They needed to win at least two of three. Angels take the first one, but you mentioned Mike Trout. Let's dig in a little bit. What did you see? What did you like?
Saw him being aggressive early in the count and taking advantage of mistakes. That's been the one thing is he's been so patient and maybe working, maybe not seeing the ball the way he wants. But tonight, my goodness, right here, first pitch swinging at a sweeper. Was he looking forward or did he just react to it? I mean, whatever the case is, he smoked that one like the Mike Trout of old. I mean, that's the pitch that he's made a career of hitting is those off-speed pitches down in the zone. Great job of hitting right there. It seems like he's been taking that so much lately, or most of the year. But then second at bat or second home run, 2-0 fastball in the outer half against a lefty, where that's right where a righty likes to see it. And of course, Mike Trout again, not missing that one, getting on top of it, getting it over in the right field wall. You can see both these home runs here in just a second here. Look at this. Boy, great location. Out over the plate in the middle third, hitting one to the rocks in center field and one over to right field over there. What is that? 107-mile-an-hour exit velocity on both of them. That's pretty good.
Yep.
That's pretty good right there.
He's consistent.
Consistent.
Yeah, consistent. 395 for the second one, 413 for that first one. You talked about the approach, about how he was taking a lot of pitches earlier this season. That was something he talked about in his press conference earlier this week. His inability or struggles this year to see the ball led him to being more passive. That's not what we saw tonight.
Yeah, I mean, and that's, you know, I don't know. I mean, trying to think through that from my experience, I mean, a lot of times when you're not seeing it, maybe you're thinking too much. You're thinking too much about something in your swing, or your approach isn't right. Whatever the case, his mind looked like it was right, and he was ready. He was aggressive early in the count. Like I said, took advantage of that, you know, that first pitch sweeper in that situation. But really, the 2-0 count, you know, he's been getting fastballs. He's been taking them, or if he swings at him, he fouls them off. It's nice to see him square that one up. And again, going back to the home run last night, he had a 98-mile-an-hour fastball last night. So guys are, you know, I know the fastballs will be giving him trouble, but whatever the case, he's figuring something out here in the last couple days.
Well, 3 in his last 5 games, so maybe getting 400 off the back certainly unlocked the floodgates for
he carved them up. You know, Dyson, that fastball, I mean, you know, one of the things that makes him so successful, you know, he doesn't throw with a velocity that's going to blow you away. He sets up that changeup, but it's pinpoint accuracy. How about this? His fastball percentage, strike percentage was 75% on his 4-seamer, 67% on that 2-seamer. That, and 31 swing and misses right there. I mean, that right there on the fastball is going to totally set up the changeup. 74% strike rate on that changeup. 48% swing and miss rate on that changeup. I tell you what, if this ends up being his last game right there, he went out like a champ. I mean, he went out there, he played his game, he dialed it up like he's done his whole career. And again, maybe not his all-time best, but that was one of the best performances of the season for him right there. Even though, you know, he gave up a couple runs, but still those runs that he gave up were very well executed pitches. You got to tip your cap every once in a while.
Absolutely. It was so cool to see every person in the dugout waiting to greet him, waiting to give him a hug. It shows you just what a special, remarkable human being he is. I haven't been in this game for that long, but he is one of the all-time good guys that I've been able to cover.
He is. He's a great guy. I mean, it just goes to show. I mean, all his teammates love him. You know, he's got a gentle humility about him, the way he goes about things. He's been a superstar in this game. He's done everything. He's won the World Series. He deserves to carry himself with a little bit more whatever, cockiness maybe, but he doesn't. He goes out there. He's very approachable from day one. You know, I've appreciated it as well. I mean, it's great to see the stars of the game just carry themselves in the way he has.
Well, you talk about the humility on that 8th strikeout of the night, the awareness to know that he passed Gooby on the all-time strikeout list, a little tip of the cap upstairs. That was such a special moment.
It is, you know. I'm always aware of what hitters, you know, what we're thinking about. But, I mean, yeah, he's like, yep, all right, that was it right there. Hey, Gooby.
So cool.
I mean, yeah, to be aware of it, I mean, the middle of the game, yeah, that's just pretty special right there. Again, so many special things we talked about in the pregame show. All the emotion going into potentially your last start of your career. Just everything you're doing is for the last time, and just trying to keep all that together in your head and go out there and perform. He did a great job tonight.
He did. It was just really special to watch him go to work one last time here tonight at the Big A. Well, how about this? The Angels won, so Angels fans, you just won some McDonald's, some free French fries. Get free medium fries tomorrow with any $2 purchase, excluding tax. That's only on the McDonald's app and only at participating McDonald's. Yes, enjoy the sweet taste of victory, courtesy of Mike Trout and Kyle Hendricks. And how about the young kids, too? Denzer Guzman starting the rally. 4-3 the final. More reaction on the other side of the break.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB.
OC Healthcare Agency. Navigate to a healthier you at angels.ocnavigator.org. What a moment, what a night for Kyle Hendricks and the Halos. Maybe his final outing, likely his final outing of his major league career. The Angels win 4-3 Game 1. The final series of the season for the Halos, and hoping to play spoiler for the Astros. And be sure to check out Golic and Golic featuring Mike Golic Sr., Mike Golic Jr., airing on FanDuel Sports Network every Monday through Friday starting at noon. Bring in the heat with bold takes, big personalities, and some of the biggest names in sports, so don't miss it. That's weekdays at noon right here on FanDuel Sports Network. We welcome you back inside the Big A alongside Tim Salmon, Erica Weston with you. Just a special night all around. Yes, Kyle Hendricks was the story. Mike Trout had another multi-homer game in this one tonight, but it was a combination of some of the youth and the veterans being able to rally the offense to come back and win. Yeah, Denzer Guzman, I remember seeing this guy a couple years ago in instructional league. So much hype, so much ability, a young player, got a beautiful swing. To see him up here having some opportunities, but Christian Moore gets the fifth inning started with a double down the right field line right here. Gets the Angels within one right there, and I tell you what, Denzer Guzman this night did not finish there as well. He got a base hit the very next inning and ended up scoring a run. Yes, he got a base hit in the 8th inning after a walk and then a great defensive play there. But Chris Taylor coming in off the bench to drop in a run and tie the ball game. Yeah, great piece of hitting, pinch hitting for Chris Taylor right there. You know, that's one of those things coming off the bench, and you have a veteran that can do that. And, of course, Mike Trout puts the icing on the cake, puts the Angels ahead right there, that 2-0 fastball in the outer half. You know, it's one of those things you maybe question. Do you let lefty face Mike Trout in that situation, the tie ball game? You know, who knows? But anyway, you can always second guess it, but good for Mike Trout right there. I just love the kids, the double-double with Moore and Denzer Guzman, yes. One of my favorite parts of the night, though, was watching Christian Moore, because you know how much he loves Mike Trout. Watching him hit those 2 home runs tonight, he was just in awe of him in the dugout, which was fun to see. Well, you can imagine. I mean, all these young kids, they've been watching Mike Trout, their hero, you know, playing all of the video games and everything, and to be able to see it happen in person, that's pretty special. I think about when I was a young player. I mean, watching the Don Mattingleys or the Cal Ripkins or whatever, it was like, wow, you're like a kid watching it. I want to go back to just a play real quick, though. Christian Moore got thrown out at third base, and people might be wondering, why did he get thrown out? Hey, with one out, that's one of those situations you want to push the envelope a little bit right there. You know, he's got to, you know, maybe read that. You know, his read was great. I'm going to be aggressive. Maybe in hindsight, maybe have a better idea where that center fielder is. He came up on it really quick, but still, given all that, it was a bang-bang play, and, you know, you got to credit him pushing the envelope right there, and he did it in the right situation with one out. I have no problem with them being aggressive in that spot, and you have to force them to make a perfect throw at the same time. You do. It was a perfect throw. It was a bang-bang play, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. You know, that was one thing that, you know, Mike Scioscia made our club so famous for, is we pushed the envelope, we ran the bases hard. We need to see more of that from this Angel club going further. All right, here it is right here. You see him running. See, now that's a 1-hopper, 2-hopper to the center fielder. I understand, but that play is in front of you, but with a center fielder that has the ability to come up and charge the ball like that, you know, you might want to reconsider it, just because if he has to go to his right or left, it's more of a safe play. But even that, with his speed, he made it a bang-bang play. So I didn't have too much of a problem with him getting thrown out in that situation, just being where the game was, tie ball game. Hey, you're trying to push the envelope right there. Love to see that. Yeah, it didn't work out in that moment, but it didn't end up mattering anyways, because the Angels came back to win. How about Kenley Jansen closing the door, picking up another save tonight? He's been so good all season long. I mean, striking out the side. It's just, he's phenomenal. Work. You know, it's just amazing. We talked about the other night. He's such a cool cat up there. I mean, nothing seems to rattle him. He has the ability to just expand that upper half of the zone, and with that cutter, he really you know, I could just tell you, I mean, in the days facing Mariano Rivera, when you're facing a closer that throws a cutter, it's almost like it's a disappearing ball, because it's not your typical fastball. You think you're on it and you're just off it, or it's just, you know, missing your bat right there. But just a great job all the way around. I mean, it's amazing you're in the same category as the great Lee Smith.
boy, I'm really old. Because I'm like, I played with Lee Smith.
Is that your takeaway from this pitch?
I know it is.
How
don't put Lee Smith up there anymore.
No. Okay. Well, you have to go back to the final at-bat of the night, too, facing Dubon at the end there. Quite a battle for Kenley Jansen. He made him work, I think, an 11-pitch at-bat or something like that, but he made him work, and Kenley didn't sweat it, though.
He got him. I mean, you know what? Hey, tip your cap to Dubon. I mean, he's hanging in there. He's giving everything he can, and again, he's swinging at pitches. He's fighting off what we call the bastard pitches. Those are pitches you're not really going to do much, just foul them off, and he kept fouling them off, and Kenley said, all right, I'm going to go to something different here, and he threw him a slider in the dirt, and that's all that it took right there. But, hey, great all-around job by the Angels tonight. You bookend it with a couple homers, and then, Jansen closing it out like he did. That's just awesome.
Just like they drew it up. Stick with us, more post-game reaction. Coming up on the other side of the break, we're going to hear from Angels interim manager Ray Montgomery on the big win with Trout going yard twice. Kenley picking up the save. Angels win big.
As a contractor, I find sometimes the most impactful thing you can say is what you do on your own home. A couple of years ago, we put a pool in our backyard, my wife and I. There was only one choice for the decking around the new pool. We used TimberTech because of the low maintenance on the product. You can install it and just enjoy it for its lifetime.
Epay, Redwood. I mean, after 1 year, you're sanding and refinishing if you want to keep that sharp look. If you don't want to sand and oil every year, you want low maintenance, go with TimberTech.
Some moments are too big to miss.
Did he do it? He did! 4 home runs for Kurtz! Another 103-mile-an-hour heater. Cal Raleigh, when will we stop being amazed?
MLB Tonight brings you closer to the biggest plays from around the league as they happen.
What a play! Oh, my goodness!
Plus, highlights and reactions from the moments that matter most.
We just got to keep doing what we're doing and go out there and play our baseball.
MLB Tonight, only on MLB Network.
From foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
Angels Live is presented by the OC Healthcare Agency. Navigate to a healthier you at angels.ocnavigator.org. Healthy hacks for Mike Trout tonight in a multi-homer effort as the Angels win 4-3 over the Astros. Let's head inside to hear some post-game thoughts from Ray Montgomery on the win.
You were his biggest doubter. You were his biggest. Come on now, let's be honest. Fair enough, let's be honest. Listen, I don't know what words describe what this guy's done throughout the course of his career, both from a production standpoint, from a person standpoint, and from a teammate standpoint. But he's done nothing other than, come here, give everything he has to the organization. He went through some struggles. He went through very un-Mike-like stuff in terms of what he's used to. But at the end of the day, we kind of joke about it. He's still, 22, 23, 24 home runs, whatever it is, close to an 800 OPS, 360 on base. For everybody else, that's, you feel good about it. You take that in the offseason. He's never stopped getting after it. He's never stopped working. And he's never been anything but committed to trying to get this thing to the playoffs and all those types of things. So it's really nice at the end of the year, given the fact that he's still grinding through, that he is able to put himself in a position like we talked about to go into the winter and feel really good.
Kyle,
was a nice moment. All the players kind of giving him an ovation there. What do you think that meant to him, and what was your conversation like out there?
Yeah, so it's funny because obviously with respect to Kyle, that was his moment. That was his opportunity. I wanted to give him the decision on what he wanted to do there, and certainly didn't want to put him in harm's way. Obviously, he made a funny joke to me that I'll keep between us. And it's just who he is. He's the consummate professional. He's the teammate that everybody will remember for years and years and years, and not because of what he did on the field. I don't think any of that will matter. Just who he is as a person and who he is as a professional. He's made a lasting impact on everybody in that room, including me.
What does a win like this mean against that team playing for its lives and being up 3-0 against Quebec?
Yeah, listen, I mean, credit Joe. He was playing as if it was what you described. He knew what was at stake, and they still do. It's not done yet, obviously. And we talk about those situations, and the guys knew the moment, and the guys were aware of it, and certainly we were doing the same in reverse. I think anybody who's a competitor and wants to, play at this level, that's what you play for. That's the situation you want to be in, and it doesn't surprise me that the best player in the game stepped up, and he was the guy. And the guy who was on the mound pitching gave everything he had to get us to that point. Yeah. Again, right, we're talking about a guy who's been there. But there's still left in his tank.
And then Christian Moore and Denzer Guzman both producing, seeing that from your young players you're developing, how much of a good sign is that?
Yeah, it's a great sign. I mean, we've talked about it. Like, these guys have an opportunity in front of them, and I just keep emphasizing to both of them, like, you have to let the game come to you. You have to experience the things you're going to experience, good, bad, and otherwise. That's just part of their journey. That's part of what they're going to be. That's part of who they're going to be down the road. They're 21 and 22 years old, right? They're, to use a term, they're kids. I think they're doing a good job of letting that happen here in the last month, and it will serve them well going forward.
And similarly, with just seeing Kenley come in and finish strong like that, I mean, he's been a great big contributor throughout the season and had a stretch where there were some struggles. I mean, again, like Mike, how is it to see him kind of finish strong like that?
Yep, same type of thing. I mean, he's done it for a long time. There's a piece of mind as a manager when somebody like that enters the game, and you can sort of take a deep breath and relax and know that we've done everything we can to get it to him. And I know our guys feel the same way, 1 through 9 in the lineup, and everybody on the field. If you're turning the ball over to Kenley Jansen at the end of the game, you feel really good about your chances of winning.
Kyle, you have that 108 pitches for Kyle. That's the most pitches he's thrown in the past 3 years, I think. Was letting him kind of empty the tank like that part of that decision to let him have that moment, his moment?
Of course, yeah, of course, yeah. It's a push, and something we wouldn't have done earlier in the year with respect to him. No offense, but he is a little older now, so we got to be careful with him. So he was good. He knew what he had. He always knows what he has. So he was great in the moment, and I'm glad he got to experience that. And true to form to who Kyle Hendricks is, I think, in some cases you'd love to go out and take him off the mound and give, the fans to give him the respect that he's worthy of. I think in his fashion, coming into the dugout with less fanfare is probably more appropriate for how he is.
All right. Amazing. And Kyle's on the field behind us right now, taking it all in with his family. And, who knows what's next for him. Yep, there it is. Kyle, his dad John's out there, his wife, his son. That's what it's all about, Fish.
Yeah, it is. I mean, yeah, you play this game and, you spend your whole life dreaming of getting to the big leagues and having a career and playing a career, and before you can blink, it's like over. And so, I mean, it's amazing how fast it goes, and you find yourself on this end and you're just trying to absorb it. Hey, Joe Adele back there, I see you. Yeah, it goes in a blink, and it looks like he's fully appreciated. I think that was part of the gig about coming back home and playing in front of the home folks, and he did a great job for the Angels and helped them in so many ways, with his pitching staff.
There's his dad, John. Yeah. Proud pop watching his kid, his hometown kid, maybe close it out here in his hometown ballpark. And moments ago, Kyle addressed the media after his final start this season.